West Indies have bowled out Bangladesh for 227 in the second one-day international between the two teams, setting themselves 228 to win the second match and take a winning 2-0 lead in the three-match series. Brandon King have played some spanking shot, 3 excellent 4, as West Indies are 16 without loss after 2 overs. And as I look at those shots that Brandon King have played, I know they have been dagger to the heart of Sherwin. I hope he will join us later. I hope he's watching the match. West Indies 16 without loss after 2 overs. Hello everyone. Welcome to the live watch along of the West Indies versus Bangladesh in the second ODI match. As that camera went off, the camera just went off and threw me off. So let me go again. Hello everyone and welcome to the live watch along of the second one-day international between Bangladesh and West Indies from Warner Park in St. Kitts. West Indies 16 without loss after 2.1 overs with Brandon King on 4 and Edwin Lewis on 1. It is sorrowful in his second over. His first over went for 10 runs. The left-arm pacer comes in over the wicket, bowls to Edwin Lewis, who covers up, played it back down the pitch, and the bowler field in his follow-through. I appreciate you being here. I look forward toward some very interesting interaction with those of us who are on this live chat. I want to thank those who are also joining, and I want to apologize for not providing any commentary earlier. I do hope you are hearing me loud and clear this time, as earlier today there were some issues with the audio. I think I sorted it out, so I hope you are hearing me loud and clear. Sorrowful bowls to Edwin Lewis, who turned it to mid-on, left of the field at mid-on, and they go through for a single. 17 without loss now after 2.3 overs. Brandon King, who is on 14, will come into strike. He has played 3 spanking shots. And I can't wait to hear from Sherwin. Those were lovely shots. 17 without loss, 2.3 overs. West Indies needing a further 211 runs to take a winning 2-0 lead against Bangladesh in this series. It's bright sunshine there at Warner Park as we watch. Sorrowful comes in, the left-arm pacer over the wicket, bowls to Brandon King, and he force it back to the bowler who field on the bounce, and there is no run. As this camera is going to mad me now. Well, 17 without loss. Brandon King is on 14. Lewis is on 2. So, a spattering of spectators at the ground, and we hope for another thrilling victory for the West Indies. Can these two take it home? So, it will be very interesting to see if these two can take it home. Sorrowful now is over the wicket, bowls to King, and King forces this away to the man at the edge of the circle at cover, and there is no run. He was on the tip of his toes and playing a back drive to the fielder at cover, and there is no run. I should show you the West Indies playing 11 in this match, as there was one change to the West Indies playing 11, with Marquino Minley replacing Alzarri Joseph in the playing 11. Some say that it is disciplinary measures. Others believe that he was dropped. Others believe he was rested. So there's a live poll that is going on, and those 3 options are there. So tell me, do you believe Alzarri Joseph was dropped, rested, or it was disciplinary measures? Sorrowful over the wicket, bowls to the right-handed Brandon King, who covers up and played it into the covers, and there is no run. Sorrowful is a left-arm pacer. Finishes second over now. Just 1 run from that over. None for 11 after 2 overs from him. West Indies 17 without loss after 3 overs with Brandon King on 14. Edwin Lewis, his partner, he is on 2. Oh, Sherwin, how you doing, man? Oh, Sherwin, you must have written that as soon as you heard me called your name, Sherwin. And so he's saying, after seeing today's game, I am what? Shaking my head. Why was Marquino Minley selected? I will bowl Rutherford ahead of him. You know, I stopped there because I am utterly shocked by Sherwin's comment. Sherwin, and hear me carefully, I'm not saying you, Sherwin. I'm saying Sherwin, that comment was disgraceful. 100% disgraceful, Sherwin. Here is a gentleman making his West Indies debut, his first match, and you are willing to throw him under the bus. You are willing to pile it on a man who's making his West Indies debut. You didn't come and say that he bowled short or he bowled too full or whatsoever. Your comment, Sherwin, was distasteful. It was despicable. There's no way that as someone is making their West Indies debut, and as a West Indies fan, you upset me, Sherwin. The commentary just started and you upset me. How can you pile on? And a youngster who's making his West Indies debut. No matter which country he's from, he's making his West Indies debut and you are piling on. You're not a West Indian fan. First match the young man playing for the West Indies. He played a test match before. Yes, he bowled both 2 or 3 overs, but as a one-day match. And you hear disgusting comment. The person is playing the first match for the West Indies. And you dare to post that? You are disgusting. You are not a West Indian fan. First match, very first match. And you want to throw the player under the bus. You want to pile on the player. You are not a West Indian fan. Get out of this community. Get out. Get out. Get out of this community. How can a player play in the first match for the West Indies and you're ready to pile on? Disgraceful. And the young man never even bowled that badly, you know. 1 over went for 18 runs. 1 over went for 18 runs. I guess he's, what, is that a record? Did he set a record? Is he the first West Indies bowler to go for 18 runs in an over? His second over on his debut. You can imagine how nervous that guy is. And you are willing to pile on and throw him under the bus? You're not a West Indian fan, man. Get away. Get away. It's not many things upset me, you know. I'm one who's very hard to get upset. Very, very hard. But how can somebody play in the first match for the West Indies and you willing to throw him under the bus? If you had said, boy, he was bowling too short, if you had said he was only bowling at 130 and he need to improve his pace, or he was bowling pitch up too much, it would be a different argument. And the young man never bowled bad. He bowled 1 over that went for 18 runs, ended up bowling seven overs, 1 for 45. If you were watching the match, and another day his very first delivery would have gone down slip throat. The very first delivery, the hedge knock off and pass where a third slip would be. And it went for 4. How could a West Indies cricket fan pile on and a player who is playing his first match for the West Indies, no matter which country he comes from. Disgusting and disgraceful. 18 without loss after 4.2 overs. Get out of this community, man. Get out. Get out. First match for the West Indies. And you're going to pile on. No encouragement. 18 runs from 1 over, which is the first West Indies bowler to concede 18 runs in an over. It's a record. He's so poor. Never happened before. He's on debut, man. He's on debut. You can't pile on somebody who's on debut. The reason why he's playing is because he got more wickets than all the other pace bowlers in the region in the recently concluded Super 50. That's why he's playing. You're the disgusting self, despicable self. Come talk about Rutherford is a better bowler than him. Get out of this community. I apologize. I really apologize to you all. I apologize. Maybe I went overboard there. But it's just the bigger point is that somebody who's making their West Indies debut, if you're a West Indies fan, if you want West Indies to win and you're a West Indies fan, you can't say about those things about a player on his debut. Say that he's on a bowling 130, fine. That's the fact. Say that, and I think he bowled well, except for that 1 over that went for 18 runs. He bowled fairly well. You know, 4.5 overs, 19 without loss. King remains on 14. Lewis is on 4. Gerard Mead is saying, greetings, Dr. Brown. We thank you for your passionate contribution to West Indies cricket. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good afternoon to you, Merrick. Good afternoon to you, Steve Rasu, Gail and Evans. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to you. Teresa, good afternoon to you too, Teresa. Thank you very much. Montague, good afternoon to you. Sorrowful over the wicket, bowls to King, who plays it to cover, and there is no run. The score is 19 without loss after 5 overs. Earlier today was the camera. It was the. Give me a minute, please. My apologies. Sorry about that. So it's still 19 without loss after 5.1 overs. Good day, all, and I apologize again. I apologize once again, but it really gets to me that someone is making their debut for the West Indies, a team that we love. And then here's someone who's claiming to be a West Indies supporter. Over the wicket, bowls to the left-handed Lewis, who played it to the man coming across from cover, and there is no run. I know what's wrong with the camera. You know, I have ordered the parts. Amazon said that it was delivered today at the warehouse in Miami, so hopefully I'll get it by the end of the week. Let's watch now as Tazim, the right-arm fast bowler, over the wicket, bowls to Evan Lewis, who looks to force this into the onside, comes off the inside edge onto his body, drop down where a silly point would have been, and they go through for a run. Let's watch the signal. If it did came off the inside edge, yes, it has clearly came off the inside edge. One more to the West Indies total, 20 now, without loss in over number 5. Yes, in over number 5. So, checking in, said Carlton Ayman, thank you. Mr. Casanova said, Mr. Casanova once said, Alzari is our best bowler. Why would anyone think he was dropped for a poor performance? So Steve Rasu said, lots of players are being disciplined. Carlton Ayman, respect you, match fee, and others. Yes, respect Carlton Ayman. Over the wicket, short, bowls to King, he pulls high in the air. The fielder running back, it dropped between the man from backwards square leg and the fielder on the long leg boundary as they came back for 2 more to the total, 22 without loss, West Indies, after 5.4 overs. 22 without loss after 5.4 overs. And so Carlton Ayman is saying Minley deserves his place. Thank you. And Michael Douglas is saying, I think Minley was just nervous on debut for the first 2 overs, but he bowled decent after that. You know, the thing, gentlemen, is that my point is not whether I bowl well, whether I was nervous, whether I bowl badly or that. That's not my bigger point. The bigger point is that here is a player representing the team that we love. His first match, which, in my opinion, and many persons, because when we did the poll, over 80% of you believe that Minley deserved to be in the squad. And it was based on performance. Meritocracy name, meritocracy. But the bigger picture is that whether he had deserved to be there or not, you can't come out against a West Indies player who is making his debut as a West Indies fan and going to pile on, going to throw him under the bus. Bowls to King, who forced this away to the man at short extra cover, no run. It's 23 without loss after 5.5. You can't do that. He's making his debut. It's not that he had played 5-10 matches. He's on his debut. Where's the support? Where is the support? You know, if Sherwin, well, he's an elderly person. If Sherwin grandson or a family member was making his debut, we would support that. So why is he piling on? Tazim bowls to King, who covers up and plays it back to the bowler, and he shied at the stump. Did it hit the bat? I think King was looking to ground his bat, and there's an argument here now between both the bowler and King. 23 without loss after 6 overs. You know. The question should be, why was Minley didn't bowl his full quota, said Mr. Casanova one. I do not have an issue with that. Carlton Ayman said, I agree with you about your mate knocking Minley. You know, this one upset me too, Mr. Brown, said Richard Johnson. Mr. Brown had enough. Steve Russell said, Teresa is saying that Sherwin is one of those wannabe West Indian. Yes, Ainsworth Irish is saying the young guy deserved all the support. He did well in my view. Yes, and as I said, the bigger picture though is that as that one is turned away to Lewis, to the left of mid-on, and they go through for a single. The bigger picture is really the fact that a player, and I'm not calling the young man name. I prefer to say a player, because this goes for any player who's going to represent the West Indies. Whether you think that player should be there or not, once that player go on the field, you have to support that player, especially if the young man is making his debut or the young lady is making his debut. Yeah. It's quite obvious any player delivering his first ball or facing his first delivery will be nervous. That's human nature, said Patrick Lambert. Round the wicket comes Sarful, bowls to King, who clips it to mid-wicket, no run. The score remains at 24 without loss after 6.3 overs. Sharon must be drunk making comment like that, you know. Patrick, Sherwin, Patrick, yeah, Teresa, I wonder if Teresa is going to answer you, Patrick. Gerard Mead is saying, no need to apologize. He deserved what he got for being so insensitive. All right, Gerard, thank you. Round the wicket comes Sarful, bowls to the right-handed King, who pulls away down back with a square leg. It goes into the boundary now for 4. Lovely shot by King. He moves up to 20. The score is 28 without loss after 6.3 overs. Those of you who are watching the match, I know that some persons are watching the match along with me. Some are listening to the watch along. But those of you who are watching it, are you having difficulty picking up the ball? I am having great difficulty to pitch up the ball. So, good afternoon. Gerard B said, just forget about lose and focus on your excellent commentary. Yes, thank you very much, Gerard Mead. Yes, let's move. Yeah, man. So, King is on 20. Lewis is on 6. Sorrowful over the wicket. Bowls to King. He switched back to over the wicket. That's a left-arm pace, and King covers up and played it to the man at extra cover. No run. 28 without loss after 6.5. So he went round the wicket and he bowled short, and it was pulled through mid-wicket for 4, and now he has gone back over the wicket. He's a left-arm fast bowler. Sorrowful. King is on 20. Lewis is on 6. West Indies 28 without loss after 6.4. Sunil, I can't pronounce that second name, that surname, but Sunil said, good afternoon, brother. As a beloved fan of the West Indies cricket, we have to support our team and our players. The young man had a really good domestic season. He had a good game on debut. Thank you very much. Come on, guys, let's win this series, said Steve Russell. Sorrowful, he's still over the wicket, bowls to King, and King pulls again. Down back with a square leg for 4 more. Lovely shot by Brandon King. He moves up to 24. West Indies 32 without loss after 6.5. So Sunil will say, without that 18-run over, his economy would be 5 runs per over. His first game is a good one. Yeah, I believe so too. Coretta Singh. How are you doing, Coretta, my friend, my dear? No Coretta Singh a long, long time ago. Over 40 years ago, I knew Coretta Singh. We went the same high school together and the same college. Good afternoon to you. Yes, Caesar greetings to you too. Appreciate it, man. Miss Teresa, Patrick, Lambert, and everyone listening to over the wicket, Sorrowful bowls to King, turn it off his pad, dive by the man at mid-wicket, cannot prevent the single, 1 more to the total, 33 without loss at the end of 7. Miss Teresa, Patrick Lambert, and everyone listening to the #1 channel, where we entertain and have lots of fun. Thank you, Coretta. I appreciate that. Really appreciate that, schoolmate and batchmate and every kind of mate. Well, no, let me be careful. If it works for the West Indies, why not play him, said Gerran Rose. Yeah. Good afternoon to you too, Shirley Samuels. Good to have you here. I think I've caught up now with all the comments, and I'm very happy. I know a few would have flashed by as usual. I have no control over that. But I'm now caught up with the comments. It's 33 without loss. Mahidi, the right arm off spinner, is going to come into strike. In coming to bowl now, he's going to be the bowler. He will bowl to Brandon King, who's on 25 from 23 deliveries. Lewis is on 6 from 19 deliveries. There's a short fine leg as Mahidi comes into King, and he turns it to the man at backward square leg, and there is no run. So there's a short fine leg and there's a backward square leg. That's the field on the onside. As soon as the camera show up, I will tell you the other fielders. But there's a short fine leg and a backward square leg. There's no slip. Mahidi, the right arm off spinner, over the wicket to the right-handed Brandon King. He comes in, bowls to King, down the pitch. He whips it in the air, over long on, down towards the man coming off the boundary. who sends the return in now, and they get a single. So King using his feet, and when he gets there, with a lot of riskish play, he whipped it over wide mid-on down towards the long on area. The field at mid-wicket came to his left field, one more to the total. So let's watch now as Evan Lewis comes into strike, 34 without loss after 7.2. The Cricket Forum, the stream seems a bit funky. I am having some trouble picking up the at times. Yes, Mango Reef. Yes, that's the same thing I'm saying. Round the wicket, Kamei, the balls to the left-handed Lewis, who took this to mid-wicket, and there is no run. Yes, there is a channel. There is a challenge. It's not every time I can see the ball. Clement Wedderburn said, it is round the wicket, balls off the back foot goal. Lewis cuts it to the man at cover point. No run. The score remains at 34 without loss. Good day, Mr. Caribbean, my Caribbean people. These West Indies batsmen will play at T20 style. Well, it will be very exhilarating if it does. And Clement Wedderburn said, Mr. Brown, in my opinion, round the wicket, balls to Lewis, who plays it down to middle, back down the outside of the pitch. The bowler fielding is followed through, and there is no run. Mr. Brown, it is in my opinion that Milne was poorly handled by the skipper. All right, thank you for your comment, Wedderburn, Clement Wedderburn. Round the wicket, balls to Lewis off the back foot, and he cuts it away. Cannot beat the man at the edge of the circle at mid-off. End of the over, 34 without loss after 8. Lewis is on A6. Brandon King is on 26. And after 8 overs, West Indies 34 without loss. Carlton, you are passionate about West Indies cricket no matter what. I like that, said Carlton, man. Thank you very much. Sunil said, this present one-day team is showing a very positive attitude towards winning. We need to continue and be back within the top 8 team quickly. Yes, I agree with that. And the thing about this, it's a very sacred team. It is very sacred, more or less. The core of the players remain the same. And one of the big questions, and it is going to be talked about, it will be talked about, can Pooran walk back into this team? Let's watch now. Over the wicket, is it Tazim bowls to Brandon King, who turn it away into the square leg region for another run. 35 without loss, led by signal by the umpire. So King remains on 26, Lewis on 6, the left-hander comes into strike. Tazim is the right-arm fast bowler bowling over the wicket. Yes, Sunil, I think it's very second. All bowlers did well to dismiss Bangladesh in 45 overs. Yes. Patrick Lambert is saying, hello to Miss Coretta Singh. And good day, Miss Coretta, said Teresa. Lovely. I love that. Teresa, had Patrick contact you away from the live channel, from the live chat? As he. Hope he does. Over the wicket, come Tazim. Both to the left-handed Lewis, bouncer over his head through to the keeper. Let's watch the signal from the umpire. White signal. The score moves up to 36 without loss. Lewis remains on 6, with him Brandon King on 26. Jay say, Brown, can Pooran walk back into the team, sir? You're asking me the question that I asked. I would love to hear what the chat have to say. It's the way the team is performing right now. Boy, it's one that we'll have to think about long and hard. My first impression would be no. But I would love to think about it some more. Round the wicket, Tazim switched around the wicket, balls to Lewis, and he cuts it magnificently down to the backward point boundary for 4. 40 without loss. That was short outside the arch stump. Lewis got the width that he needed, and he cuts it away beautifully down backward of point for 4. Lovely shot there by Evan Lewis. 40 without loss, West Indies. In my opinion, Pooran needs to earn back his place in the ODI squad, Sir Wilson Mans. Lovely. Checking in. Big up, Lansley. Big up to you. Yes, man. Let's watch Tazim. He stayed round the wicket. Balls to the left-handed Lewis, who forced this off the back foot to the man at mid-off. No run. The score remains at 40 without loss after 8.3. Lewis, the left-hander, is on 10. Brandon King is open and partner. The right-hander is on 26. 40 without loss. Mangoy Reef is saying, the cricket forum, did you ever find out if that ball that came off Rutherford helmet went for 4 or was ever counted? No, I did not, I never remember. Round the wicket come Tazim, balls to Lewis, pulled away high in the air, down backward of square leg for 6. It was short and he pivoted. Brian Lara fashion, not comparing the two, just trying to give you a picture. Up on 1 foot and he pulled it away, down backward of square leg for 6. 46 now without loss as Lewis now begins to motor. Lovely shot, just pivoting there. And just taking the right foot off the ground. It hit the pylon flush, one of the light pylon. It hit it flush about 6 feet up. It hit it. Now, I never checked Mango Reef. To tell you the truth, I never remember. Because his helmet was cracked. There was a ball that cracked his helmet. Over the wicket. He switched over the wicket, balls to Lewis, and Lewis squared up as he played it to mid-off. Lovely delivery. The left-hander squaring up as that one pitched down about mid and leg stump and was going away across his body, and he squared up and played it to mid-off. No run. 182 more runs needed from 41.1 over. That's not an issue. Less than a run a ball. In modern ODI cricket, that's not a challenge. Sunil think that we have the core group of players, consistency and regular playing. He pulls again, this time along the ground down to backward square leg for 4 more. That's brought up the West Indies 50 as Lewis moves to 20 now. So all of a sudden, Lewis is catching up on Brandon King, 20 from 28 deliveries. Brandon King, 26 from 26 deliveries. After 9 overs, West Indies 50 without loss. I personally don't think Pooran can just walk back in and have a place in the team. The team need players who are 100% committed to be playing and not just when it's convenient for them individually. I share that view, Sunil. I'll back you 100%. Patrick Lambert, okay, all right, Patrick Lambert. I know that this is where you talk, So this is where you talk to the ladies, Patrick Lambert. But when they want you to contact them off here, you don't want to do it, Patrick Lambert. All right, Patrick Lambert. Mahidi comes in, balls to King off the back foot, and he forced this away through the covers, down to the boundary for 4. I hope Sherwin is watching that. Lovely shot. Yes. So, it never went to the boundary. Okay. OP even tried to run, but Rutherford turned down the single. Okay, it never went to the boundary. Preeta Cardis, how you doing, man? I saw you the other day. Lovely. Good, man. We need to talk. The next time I see you, we need to talk. Over the wicket comes May, the balls to King, who plays it down the half side of the pitch and field by the ball, and there is no run. So Preeta Cardis, the next time we need to talk. Pooran walks back into the team for Carty. He is our best batter. It pains me to say this. Okay, Mango Reef. And that's the beauty of it. He's giving his opinion. And that's his thought. That's his thought. Many would disagree with it. Many will agree. Well, from all indications, more will disagree, but it's still his opinion. As King plays that one down the half side of the pitch and there is no run. And I love this about this community. We can express our opinions freely and know that we all appreciate each other's opinion. Over the wickets come May, the balls to King. He wait on it and turn it to the man at backward square leg. There's no run. 54 without loss after 9.5. King is on 30. Lewis is on 20. West Indies 54 without loss. 1 to come in over number 10. Over the wicket comes Mahidi, ball short, and King slapped this to the man at extra cover, and there is no run. Should have done better. 54 without loss after 10. Lance LeBake said Nicholas Pooran can replace Casey Carty right now. Okay. Shot, said Stevie Russell. Yes. Carlton Heyman said the last match, the ball hit the helmet and stopped before it reached the boundary. Okay. Thank you. Yes, and Mikel had said it. So I hear you, Mr. Casanova, but I don't want to go there. I don't want to think so. I don't want to think so, but I heard you, Mr. Casanova. Yes, Prisha Cardis, we will talk. Good day to you, Marvin Duane. Happy to have you here. Appreciate it. Pooran will need to make some runs to get back in the team, said Carlton Heyman. Lovely discussion going on. Good that, I always love it when we don't all agree. Because if we all agree, we need to get very nervous now because something would be wrong. If we all agree on the same point, we need to get very, very nervous because something would definitely be wrong. So, Rana, is it the 150 kilometers per hour man? He comes in now. Round the wicket, balls to Lewis, and Lewis drives it, peel off the outer portion of the bat. But it goes down to the man on the cover boundary for 155 without loss. Lewis moves up to 21. Brandon King and 30 comes into strike. So the longer he stayed and Carty perform and keep his average above 40, the more difficult it will be for him to enter the 11. I am wondering though, Michael Douglas, because I heard a number of persons saying Carty. And I know you're good at this, Michael Douglas, and I know that I'm on the live. I want you to tell me the 5 leading batsmen for West Indies in one-day international cricket since we were knocked out of the World Cup at the qualifiers in Zimbabwe. Don't count the qualifiers runs. I want after that, after the qualifiers, our leading batsmen in one-day international since then, the 5 leading batsmen. It would be, I would love to see it. So, Deck Pierre watching from Long Island, yes, and I know a number of, like Coretta is watching from Fort Lauderdale. Teresa is watching from St. Kitts. So too is Patrick. So a number of persons. Albert Morgan, how you doing, man? Albert Morgan, how you do? Round the wicket, balls to Lewis, and Lewis defends down to the man at mid-wicket, no run. The score remains at 56 without loss. I saw your post after I leave Sabina Park, Albert Morgan, so I apologize. I apologize. It's after I leave Sabina Park, I saw your post that you were there. Mr. Casanova, one thing that Pooran could be in the squad, but not sure about final 11 because it would be unfair to the guys who help us win and move up the rankings. Winning is contagious, said Sunil. We win one game and then try to. Round the wicket, Rana balls to Lewis who force it to the man at extra cover, no run. Winning is contagious, said Sunil. We win one game and then try to win the series. Built on this momentum and winning bring a very confident and positive attitude from out players who can see it on the steps. Thank you very much. Yes, good afternoon. All for a good result from the West Indies team. I think we're going to win this, Albert Morgan. 56 without loss. Rana. Round the wicket, balls to Lewis, and Lewis places in the gap between backward point and cover down to the fielder on the boundary for a singer. 57 now without loss after 10.5. Brandon King and 31 comes into strike. In my opinion, Pooran is not needed in this crop of guys. They are doing good so far, said Richard Johnson. Yes, Teresa said she's watching from St. Lucia. I remember Teresa. Has Patrick Lambert contact you yet? Mr. Brown, yes, I was over the wicket, balls steered away by King down to third man for a single. Mr. Brown, yes, I was passed. Anyway, today will be different. You were passed? Oh, sorry, man. So why you never called to me? I walked past you in the ground? I apologize, man. Well, I don't have a face, so you should have called to me, man. I'm an easy person to talk to, I will tell you, I'm easy to talk to. 32 for Brandon King, who will keep the strike, 58 without loss after 11 overs. Lewis is on 22, Brandon King is on 32. May he did the right arm off spinner, he's going to come in. He has bowled 2 overs for 5 runs. Remind you that Bangladesh made 227. So West Indies will need 258. So we need now 228. So we are 58. So we'll need a further 170. Yes, 170. Oh, over the wicket comes May. The bowls to King, who strokes this down to the fielder who comes across from mid-wicket and stopped it, and there is no run. Oh, no, he's not contacted you. Oh, what? Patrick Lambert. Carty has done nothing wrong for him to be excluded from the team. Over the wicket, Comedy bowls to King, who whips this away down to long on for a single, 59 without loss after 11.2. I believe so too, Patrick Lambert. That's why I asked Michael Douglas to give me the numbers, because I realized that a number of persons think that Carty was the obvious choice. But I really think that Carty is probably second. Is in the top 3 leading run scorer since the last World Cup in one-day international matches. That's why I asked Mikel. So let's see what those numbers said. Round the wicket, Comey, the balls to Lewis, and Lewis forward. He blocks it to mid-wicket, no run. The score remains at 59 without loss. We are in cruise mode, said Carlton Heyman. Yes, a winning team have contributions from any given players. Round the wicket, Comey, the balls to Lewis, who peek forward and then he rock back and stroke it to the man at cover, and there is no run. So a winning team have contribution from any given players in different game. Yes, true. Round the wicket comes May, the balls to Lewis, and Lewis forced this to the man at extra cover, no run. The score remains at 59 without loss after 11.5. We are seeing that in this series so far. A good opening stance so far in this game. Round the wicket comes May, the balls to Lewis off the back foot, he cuts it off the outer portion of the bat. The man at short third man came to his left field, no run. The score is 59 without loss after 12. King on 33, Lewis is on 22. 12 overs have been bowled. Take all the singles, said Steve Russell. Yes, I saw where someone said that in the previous match we threw up too many dot balls. What I can recall clearly is that we had fewer dot balls than Bangladesh. So I think those things is relative. And if you have fewer dot balls than your opponent and you won comfortable, I think that it is relative. Norbert Davis said, Pooran is still better player. The best fail at times. Giving him respect still don't change a winning team unless someone. Over the wickets come Nana, balls to King, who looks to pull down the leg side, wide signal, 60 without loss. King was going for it there, 143.3 kilometers per hour. Rana bowled that one. Good afternoon, Cricket Forum family, said Charlie X. Good to have you here, Charlie X. I don't have the means to contact her, said Patrick Lambert. What do you mean by that? I don't understand. Casey Make More, Marvin Duane said. Well, let's check it. Let's check the numbers. I have asked Michael Douglas, and he's good at checking those things. He will post the numbers soon. Over the wicket, come Rana, balls to King, pitched up, he go it out, and it comes off the inner portion of the bat and goes down to fine leg for 4. It was a Yorker. He got the bat down and it just in time. It came off the inner portion of the bat and goes down to fine leg for 4. Wow. Between pad and stump. Luckily for King. Nonetheless, 4 runs. It was a Yorker. It was fast. He dug it out. Well, it just missed the Yorker, and probably that's why he got an edge to it. Just missed the Yorker there. 64 without loss. King moves up to 37. When you're a batsman, you need a little luck when you're playing bowlers at this pace. Over the wicket, balls to King, who's solid in defense as he stand up tall and played it to backward point. There is no run. Patrick Lambert, you here? You can ask for her number. It's as simple as that. Ask for her number, Patrick Lambert. Pooran represent an embarrassment of riches. Well, good problem for a coaching team. Yes, his time will come again. T20 is still his best chance. Over the wicket, come Rana, balls to King, pitched up, driven down the ground to the man at mid-off. No run, 64 without loss after 12.3. For a moment, I thought that beat mid-off, but the mid-off was straighter than I thought. 64 without loss. King is on 37. Lewis is on 22. So it appears that there's a little bigger crowd. Where's Jamur Small? Is he going to check in with us today? Really want him to check in. Pitched up, driven magnificently though. The fielder got an hand to it, but it runs away very close to the boundary. They're gone for one. They came back for two. Let's see if they will go back for three. No, the second and two. That was a pleasing shot by King. The fielder got an hand to it. Now he's flashing his hand as he came forward and he drove that sweetly. But he got an hand to it. Could not stop it. On the bounce to him. He got a favorable bounce, but it was well timed. And it just kissed off the bat. 66 without loss. King is on 39. Rana. Over the wicket, balls to King, and King defend down the inside of the pitch. The bowler fielding is follow through. There is no run. Carlton Heyman is saying, that's what we need. Players fighting for their place. Someone is waiting to take over. Yes, we love that. We definitely hope that. 12.5 overs. 66 without loss. King on 37. Lewis on 22. So they are showing reefer. We are not seeing any cricket right now. That's Floyd Reefer, the West Indies batting coach. Rana bowls to King, and King deep in his crease. Clip this through mid-wicket for a single. He moves up to 40. West Indies 67 without loss at the end of 13. Fortune favors the brave. Preacher Cardi said King. Yeah, well, I don't think it was so much a brave thing though in a Preacher Cardi. It was pitched up. I think he went for the Yorker. He missed the Yorker just slightly, which I think allowed Kings to get the bat down on it. It got the inside edge and it went between his body and the stump down to fine leg for 4. That was good. That the end result was good. Jeff Boycott would say a great shot. Sunil said, this is a team game. Sometimes the camaraderie between players is so important in a winning cause. I am a true fan of Pooran, but this team is winning without him so far. Thank you for that comment. I know Basil Butcher believed that Pooran should walk back into the team. It would be interesting to think if Teresia. So you sent a document that I could show to the viewers. Okay. Thank you. Teresia. I don't. you people saw what Teresia write in the chat? Teresia, I'm warning you, Teresia. I'm warning you. You saw what Teresia write in the chat? Oh, Dan Dada, how you doing, man? People, if you appreciate the great work, please tap up the like button. Please and thanks. 14 watching and only 14 likes. Oh, Dan Dada, that's not good at all. I usually put up Dan Dada's comment when he big it up because I usually use it as an advertisement. But having a look at Isio putting up the comments today. As King whipped the Sawer way down to back with a square leg for a singer. Dan Dada, thank you. So as I said, click off the live chat. There's an X there beside the live chat. Click it off. You will see a thumbs up button. Click on that thumbs up button. Click on the subscribe button, and then you can click back on the live chat. So just click off the live chat, click on the thumbs up button, click on the subscribe button. We need to get to 19,000 subscribers before the end of this 3-match series with only 1 match to go. So let us get up to 18,800 today. And so for the last match, we can get the other 200. So please slash a like on the video. Thank you once more, Don Dada. Always appreciate your comment. Lewis hit Mahidi high in the air. As it got the distance, yes, you bet, into the pavilion for 6. 74 without loss as Mahidi overpitch and Lewis hit it high in the air. So slash a like on the video for that 6. Just click on the thumbs up button right below. Click off the X there where you beside the live chat and click on the thumbs up button right below. And let us get the likes up to 200-300. I know many persons are watching on television. I don't know to tell you to get the like. Mahidi balls to Lewis and he pulls again. 1 bug. Oh, brilliant. No drop. He pulls it away to the man on the long on boundary. For a moment, I thought it was going to drop short. Then he dived forward and got his hand to it and dropped the catch. So it was short, not short enough. So he mistimed it. It was always dropping short. He then dived forward, but he dropped the catch. So that's the nature of it. So please slash a like on the video for that drop catch. As King pulls this to the backward square leg and there's no run, 75 without loss. Now when the spinner is bowling, it's hard to keep up with the live chat, and then more will pass me by when the spinner is bowling than the fast bowler. Mahidi bowls to King, who's off the back foot, force it down to long on. 76 without loss at the end of over number 14. Brandon King on 42 and Lewis is on 29. So, yes, slash a like on the video. As I said, click off the X where the live chat is. You will see the thumbs up button. Click on the thumbs up button, and then you can go back to the live chat. And while you're there, while you click on the thumbs up button, also click on the subscribe button. It doesn't take 2 seconds. Carlton, I heard Australia will play 3 tests June, July next year. Can you check, please? Yes, they will. 1 will be in Jamaica, 1 will be in Barbados, and I think 1 will be in Dominica. Where are they playing? Warner Park? You mean the test matches, or you mean this match? Warner Park. This match has been played at Warner Park. Rowan Perry, good afternoon to you too, man. Welcome, man. I'm happy for you to be here. Teresa is shooting her shot, man. Lol. As he looks to pull and he's down. King is down. Is he going to get up? He's still down. He's using his bat to get up. He's up now. Oh, mercifully, as he looks to pull Rana, and it thudded into his stomach. Oh, it was short and he was down. Oh, King was down for a moment, but not for the count. He's up back. He's back up. Be careful. I told you guys, these two playing like one-day style. Good going. Like, you mean like T20? I think you mean like T20. That camera is annoying me. As I said, though, I ordered the parts that it needs, and it was already delivered to the warehouse in Fort Lauderdale. So I hope today's Tuesday. Hopefully I get it by Saturday. So for the T20 series starts Sunday. And Sunday coming will be a very, very long day, because the women T20 against India starts at 8:30 in the morning. Then is the takedown at 11:05, our flagship Sunday show at 11:05 Jamaican time every Sunday. And then at 7 p.m. in the evening is the T20 between West Indies and Bangladesh. It's a long day Sunday. It's going to be very long. So there's been a lot of cricket here on Sunday. Really looking for a sponsor to help us so that Andre can join the commentary team. Or even if not, Andre can join it, but someone else. But we need a sponsor. So Sunil said, I really do appreciate your commitment, sir. Even though I am watching the game on TV, I love this live interaction. Yes, man. I love it. I love when we watch the match together and the interaction. That I love it. I love it. I love it. With all the fans and yourself, without comments, and you give us that forum. Much appreciated. Thank you. Steve Russell said, come on, King. This is our game for sure, said Tanis. Yes, where's Jay Tanis? Over the wicket, comes Rana, bowls to King, and King click this away through mid-wicket. It goes out to the fielder on the mid-wicket boundary. They get a single, one more to the total, 77 without loss. So Tanis, where's Jay? How are you and Jay doing? Pamela McKenzie saying, the West Indies team is doing well, and the team should be unchanged, Mr. Brown. Great performance by our boys. Big up for the West Indies for their great game. I don't know why Pamela singled me out, said that the team should be unchanged, you know. I don't know. I'm not saying so, Pamela. I'm not saying so, you know, Pamela. Are you just... Oh, I got it, Pamela. You're not singling me out, but you are showing respect. Thank you. I understand. Frank McCoon said, yes, T20 style. When they get going, they do well, yes. Round the wicket comes Rana, bowls to Lewis, who played this out into the covers. No run. The score is 77 without loss after 14.3. Carlton Ayman is saying, Carlton, that was like boxing commentary. Love it. King is down. Oh, yeah. Ah, boy. Janice, good afternoon. Yes, it is an exciting. Okay. Okay, round the wicket, bowls to the left-handed Lewis, who just dabbed this down to third man. The fielder came across, stopped it, tumbled, and they go through for a single, 78 without loss after 14.3. So Dan Dada says it's easy to top up the like button on your television. Just press OK on the remote. Thank you very much, Dan Dada, for that. So please, well done, Dan Dada. So please, if you are watching on your television, just press OK on your remote, and that will contribute to the like. How can I do without Dan Dada, man? 100%. You know, it's such a marvelous community, wonderful community. You know, wonderful community. Over the wicket comes Rana, bowls to King, and he drives through the covers down to the fielder on the boundary for one more, 79 without loss after 14.5. King is on 44. Evan Lewis is on 30. Brandon King is named. 149 runs needed now from 35.1 overs. 145. 79 without loss. Lewis is on 30. King is on 44. Rana turn at the top of his mark. He now begins to move in, gathers momentum, passes the umpire around the wicket, bowls to Lewis, who clips it to mid-wicket, no run. The score is 79 without loss after 14.5. That's the end of the over. Sorry, I was ahead of it. Said after 15 overs, West Indies 79 without loss, looking to get 128. So that's 149 remaining. 149 remaining. This is a very good start by the West Indies openers. Very, very good start. Batsmen to come. I hope they don't come. Carty, Hope, Rutherford, Greaves, Chase, Shepherd, Seals, Gudakesh Moti, and Mindling. Those are the batsmen to come. So this is Mahidi to continue, the right arm off spinner. He's captain of the team. He comes in over the wicket, bowls to Brandon King, who goes deep in his crease and work it down to mid-wicket for a single. He moves up to 45, 80 without loss after 15.1. 80 without loss after 15.1. Lewis on 30 comes into strike. 80 without loss. Great job by the team so far. In the next game, they should bring in Django round the wicket, bowls to the left-handed Lewis, who forced it back down the pitch, and there's no run. And some others who did well in the last super, that comment gone. Mr. Brown, I can say that I like Jayden Seals or Rutherford for man of the series. Round the wicket, bowls to Lewis who just stand up at the crease and stroke it down to long on for a single 82. 82 now without loss after, is it 82 or 81? They ticked it over already. Well, they ticked that over very fast. It's 81 without loss. So king and 45 comes into strike. Over the wicket comes Mahdi, bowls to king. Again, he goes deep in his crease, allowed the deliveries to turn into him, and then clipped it down to the man and the mid-wicket boundary for one more. He moves up to 46. Lewis on 31 comes into strike. 82 without loss, West Indies after 15.4. I truly believe we need to stay with our opening pair. We will continue to get better if these two guys can be together and prefer for an exciting time to come going forward. Round the wicket, Mahmudi bowls to Lewis, and Lewis clipped this to the man at mid-wicket. He'd stand up tall and stroke it to mid-wicket, no run. 82 without loss, one to come in over number 16. 146 more needed. And that was back off the length from Mahdi. It straightened up and Lewis went deep in his crease. Round the wicket, come the right arm off spinner. Bowls to Lewis, who hit this high in the air. Gone a long way for 6. It was short and he rocked back and he hit it dead straight, flat batted style. 6 more runs to Lewis, 37 ease now. 86 without loss at the end of 88 without loss at the end of over number 16. Oh, he got the width that he needed. And he hit it straight. So Rainford Mackenzie is saying, good going West Indies and great commentary, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's a drinks break. Tanis said, I have no idea where he is. Oh, Tanis is talking about Jay. Thank you, Kushi Lachman. I hope I pronounce Kushi Lachman. It just sounds cozy and cushy. Thank you. Thank you, Lachman. I appreciate it. So we are at the drinks break. So the score is that at the drinks break, remind you earlier that Jayden Seals took 4 for 22 from 9 overs. At the drinks break, Brandon King is not out 46 from 50 deliveries. You have it 7 fours, while Evan Lewis is not out 37 from 46 deliveries. He has it 2 fours and 3 sixes. So Lewis, they're dealing with 6s. Thank you very much. I appreciate the kind comments. It gives me the adrenaline to continue. So I definitely appreciate it. And thank you every time. Sweet Mango. Just join cricket lovers, I guess. It would be nice if you can predict by how many wickets we will win by. Okay? Going on like. Thumbs up. Now keep the commentary exciting, young man. Thank you. So what I will do, I will say, this ODI team is better than our test team, Mr. Casanova said. My only drop would be Chase. Wow, so Steve Russell is saying 666, he wants 46. So Sweet Mango is different from Mango Reef. That landed on the cruise ship. Is it true? I think Mango Reef is only joking. So I'm looking at the live poll and 38% of you believe that Joseph was left out for disciplinary measures, while 52% of you think that he was rested. So only 12% think that he was dropped. So that's the poll. I'm going to end that poll and I'm going to put now. I'm going to react to, I think someone said that they would like me to predict. So I'll give the fan a chance to decide. So just bear with me a minute. I'm just by how many wickets? By how many or OHOW? How many wickets? By how many wickets will West Indies win? By how many wickets will West Indies win? Let's put double I. Is it correct here now? Let me see if I spell everything. By how many? Oh, I'm going to leave out the many. By how many wickets? Is that sound proper? By how many wickets? Well, all right. So let's start with 3. Let's start with less than 3. Less than 3. Said, and so I put 5. So put less than 3, 4, 5. I want to put 10 there. I put more than 6. Since more than 6. Because I really want these two to win it. More than 6. I can only put 4 options there. So there's a poll. So there's it now. So you can vote on the poll. By how many wickets will West Indies win? Well, we are taking it for granted that West Indies will win. Well, that's the positiveness of the community. Richard comes in, bowls to King, and he swept this away, beat the man at backward square leg. It goes into the boundary for his 50. Lovely shot there by King. Brought up his 50. Well played, man. Well played. And so, having made 100 in the last match against England, and now he made 9 in the first match on Sunday, and he has now made a half century again. That is consistency. That's what we want from our players. So good going, dear King. Good afternoon, Mr. Brown. I love to watch Lewis and King when they are on song. That one passed. Sorry about that. This game taking me back to Gordon Greenwich and Desmond Haynes. Okay. So there's a live poll. I don't even remember the option. Less than 3, 4, 5, or more than 6. How many wickets will West Indies win by? I don't think we should lose this match. Wonderful innings by King. Sweet Mango is Sweet Mango. Go ahead and make your nice prediction. Okay, I can work with that. We winning with 6 wickets in hand. So Teresa, you can click on more than 6 as you see the poll is in the live chat. So please let us do that. Let's just interact. Over the wicket come Richard, bowls to Lewis. You turn this to the man at short fine leg, no run. He remains on 37, 93 without loss after 16.4. Sweet Mango, when the West Indies is about to win, Mr. Brown will give us heartaches. Richard, over the wicket, bowls to Lewis, who strokes it back down the onside of the pitch to the bowler, who field. There is no run, 93 without loss, with 1 to come in over number 17. My prediction is to win by 7 wickets with more than 3 overs to spare, said Patrick Lambert. Over the wicket comes Richard, bowls to Lewis, who turned it away, threw forward a square leg for a single, backward should say, 94 now without loss. Are you having the same challenge that I'm having picking up the ball? You know, I hope. I'm just really having a challenge picking up the ball. 17 overs, 94 without loss. The opening stand set the tune for the run chase, and they are scoring freely. Yes, 94 without loss. That's a wonderful yacht in the Caribbean Sea there. What's that, Athena? Athena the legend. Thank you very much, Athena. Athena did made a contribution to the channel. Did made a contribution on Sunday. Thank you very much, Athena. We appreciate those financial contributions. But I can't read what you post, Athena. I just don't know. Rowan Perry think that we will win by 10 wickets. So Rana to continue. 3 overs, no maiden, none for 15. He's bowling to the left-handed Lewis. Round the wicket come the right-hander, bowls to Lewis, who strokes it down to mid-off, looking for a single. King said no. He had to get back in his crease. Wow, for a moment there, he went a far way down, probably about 1/3 the way down the pitch. But then probably King called a little louder. It's more than 1/3, you know, it's probably halfway. It's just about halfway. 94 without loss, 17.1 overs. So Rana, the right-handed fast bowler, bowling round the wicket to the left-handed Evan Lewis, the West Indies opener, who's on 38. Round the wicket, bowls a full toss to Lewis, who forced it to cover, and there is no run. A full toss, it's almost waist height, but it's below the waist. It was almost waist height, but it's not going to be called no ball because it was below the waist. 10 wickets, said Rowan Perry. Rainford Mackenzie said 8. Rainford Mackenzie said 8. So you will click on more than 6. Click on more than 6. Let's watch Rana. Round the wicket, bowls to Lewis, and Lewis swings and misses. It goes through to the keeper, and there is no runs. Calm down, Lewis. Calm down. Don't lose your patience. Calm down. Calm down, Lewis. Rana just probably have 2 more overs the most. Well, probably after this over, he just has 1 more to bowl before they take him off. So bat him out. Bat him out. I feel so re-energized about this ODI team, and this is a type of game that is such a team and all-round performance. Let's go, guys. Yes. Rana, who pulls up out of his run-up now, and he decides to walk back to the top of his mark. Lewis must understand that Rana have maybe 9 deliveries the most. Don't try to take him out. Give him to King. Get a single, give him to King if he's posing some challenge to you. We really need this 100 partnership. Rana comes in, round the wicket, bowls to Lewis, and he guides it into the offside, in the gap between backward point and the man at extra cover for a single. That's it. Come off strike. He moves up to 39. King comes into strike now. West Indies 95 without loss after 17.4. Mango Reef is saying, Mango Reef, I'm not going there with you. And Theresa, I'm not going there with you too. Mr. Brown, if Moti could be a little more consistent with bat in hand, this team would be hard to beat. Yes, and let's watch Rana over the wicket, bowls to the right, and then King a bouncer that sailed over his head through to the keeper, wide signal, 96 without loss. And I want to single out Moti Cyril Wang because you'd want Seals to make runs too. You would want Alzari Joseph to make runs too. You'd want Shepherd to make runs too. So I am never one to single out an individual player. I want all players to improve. So I would definitely hope that all of them down at the tail can make runs. He's over the wicket, bowls to King, short, and King ride it and dropped it down in front of him, and there's no run. Is Rana talking to King? That was 143 click, so that was almost 90 miles per hour, and it risen right up under King's throat, and he had to drop it down in front of him. Took the right hand off the bat as he dropped it down in front of him. Jabor Smalls, my friend, man. Are you at the game today again? Are you at work? I know today's a working game, Good a working day. Working game. Wow. So Rana, turn at the top of his mark. It's a crop. Oh. This is going to be a bounce, I think. He gripped it cross seam, so he's going to hit it on the flat side. Let's see. Comes in. Oh, pitched up a Yorker. He went for the Yorker, and it driven back to the ball, and there is no run. So when he's bowling his Yorker, he gripped it cross seam because he doesn't want to grip it seam up. So he gripped it cross seam. And what that does by he grips it cross seam instead of seam up, he didn't want it to swing. And he wants to make sure that he has control of the swing. So instead of gripped it seam up like this because he was going for the Yorker, he gripped it cross seam. And he hit it on the flat side. So he tried to hit it on the flat side instead of trying to hit it on the seam. So that's what he did just now. So those are things that batsmen look for. So the next time they saw him gripped it cross seam, they know that he will probably be bowling the Yorker. So Mark Morris said West Indies win by 6 wickets. All right, so click on 6 or more in the chat. Stay, these guys said yes, said Steve Rasul. 96 without loss after 18 overs. King is on 51. Lewis is on 39. West Indies need a further 132 runs to win. Blessing from Baghdad, someone said. Both openers will not out, with King scoring 110, said the Reverend Peter Oscar Phillips Pop. Okay. Working today. Thursday, I might be going. Thank you, Jamor Smart. Jamor Smart, get a headpiece. Get a headset so that we can probably block out the noise and then we can join you live. What do you think? I'm wondering if a headset would be able to block out the noise. It would be nice. It would be nice. It would be nice. Oh, yes. So please thank you, Dan Dada. Over 600 watching and only 125 likes. Thank you, Dan Dada. So please, let's watch Richard. Over the wicket, balls to King, and King off the back foot slapped it down towards the field and the cover boundary for a single. He moves up to 52. Lewis and 40 comes into strike. West Indies 98 without loss after 18.2 overs. So as Dan Dada said, just click, if you are watching on TV, just press OK on your remote and that will be the like. Richard comes in over the wicket, balls to Lewis, and Lewis is forward. Played it to cover, no run. And if you are watching on your laptop, your desktop, your iPad, and your phone, just click off the live chat and click on the thumbs up button and slash a like on the video. That's all you need to do. Once you click on the thumbs up button, you like the video. Richard bowls to Lewis, who swept this away. The man at short fine leg moved smartly to his right and stopped it. No run, 98 without loss after 18.4. I said no run is no run. Moti is a bowler who averaged 20 and over 30 this year with the bat. What more consistent do you want from a bowler with the bat? I think Moti is his favorite player. Richard bowls a full toss to Lewis. I think it's a full toss. I never saw the delivery. He clipped it down to long on for a single. One more to the total, 99. So, Michael, I think that is Moti's favorite. Moti is one of his favorite player or his favorite player. So he just wants to see his favorite player do better. That's how I read it. So, over the wicket comes Richard, bowls to King, who drives to the man at extra cover. No run. The score is 99 without loss at the end of over number 19. If our lower order batters can improve, it will extend our batting. Yes, just imagine how better this team can be. We can definitely be in the top 5 ODI teams. We are back, West Indies. Sunil, boy, I don't want to say we are back yet, you know. Let's see. I don't want to say we are back yet. Give it some more time. Atina said, hit the like. Thank you, Atina. Yes, Atina, hit the like. Hit the like, please. Just click off the live chat, as I said, and click on the thumbs up button. Please, I'm asking you. Just we need at least 500 likes today. 500 likes. Let's get it up to 500. So thank you, Dan Dada. Thank you, Atina. Thank you. So Rana round the wicket, down the leg side, wide signal. That's the West Indies 100. 100 without loss. That's another opening stand of 100. So congratulations, guys. Well done. Keep it going now. Keep it going. 100 from 19 overs. As Rana straight down the leg side there. Keep it going, guys. Really keep it going. Marlon Sibbett, greetings. Thank you very much. I appreciate your kind compliments. It meant a lot to me. And it keeps me going. It gives me the adrenaline. Rana is going to go around the wicket to the left-handed Lewis, the right-hand fast bowler. He's in now. Balls to Lewis. Look, goes to pull. Oh, he's down. He hit him and his family. Joel, he's in trouble here. He will still be able to have children. Don't worry about it. But he's down. He's down. 148 kilometers per hour. He's in trouble. Trouble. Flush on the family, Joel. The physio is coming out. But what he's going to do? He's going to touch it? Let's watch. He's in some trouble here, you know. He's in some trouble. What he's going to do? Touch it? Oh, it was flush on the family, Joel, as he looked to pull. Oh, my Lord. Flush on the family, Joel. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, my Lord. It flush. Flush on the family, Joel. You know, you're making. He will have children. Don't worry about it. He's He's walking on all fours. He's down on all fours. He's crawling like a crab on all four. He's now up on 3, 2, and he's back on 2. Whoa, he's in some trouble. He's bending over. The physio is putting a hand on his back because he cannot do anything. There's a wry smile on Darren Sammy's face. He's covering up his face. Oh, he's jumping and see if he's jump again. That's what a third time, fourth time. So probably the umpire is laughing. Well, he's walking it out. Oh, he put his hand in there and he's touching it. Oh, he's touching it. Well, it is, isn't it? His. He's free to do what he wants to do. Oh, he's down again on his back. Oh, he's on his back. He's in real trouble here. Oh, the physio has both feet in his arm. He's on his back. And the physio has both. And the Bangladeshi players are laughing. And the physio have both foot like this. And he's on his back. He's on his back with his arms stretched out like this. And Rust and Chase is laughing. I am laughing. Oh, they are laughing now. That was 148 kilometers per hour. 148, so that is what? 92.5 miles per hour. He's down. He's down. He's flat out. He's lay prostrate on his back. And his hand behind his head like this. He has no move it. He's in pain. He's in serious pain. Oh, he's in serious pain, man. So the physio now is standing behind him and allow him now to sit up. So he's sitting down on the ground. The physio is behind him like the back of the chair. So he's using his foot as the back of the chair. He's drinking some water now. And there's a Bangladeshi player, the umpire is around him. So there are 4 players around him. So the physio put his both arms under his arms like this and lift him up. And he's still holding him now. He's holding the left arm. And he's bent over now. Bent at the knee and bent at the hip. And Rana is having a laugh. Wow. He's now walking and his hands is at his kimbo and the physio have a shoulder on his back. He has now removed his hands from his kimbo and he's walking around. He's in some trouble here, you know. That's 140. They are laughing. The Bangladeshi are laughing. Steve Russell, you can't not laugh, Steve Russell. Steve Russell said, you can't laugh. No, you can't. Beg you a minute. You can't not laugh. So he's ready to go now. He's finally ready to go. Will you bowl a Yorker or will you bowl another bumper? What would you do? Would you bowl a Yorker or would you bowl another bumper? So Rana is it. Round the wicket. Bowls to Lewis and pitched up, driven down the ground to mid-off, and they go for a single. The return comes in and they beat it. Oh, he's not going to stay. Wow, I'm disappointed in Rana there, you know. I'm very disappointed in Rana. He pitched up a length delivery. I'm very disappointed in him. I'm going for another bumper or a Yorker. It depends on what I made up my mind As I turn at the top of the mark, I would decide whether either to bowl a Yorker or a bumper. But he just bowled a back of a length delivery, which allowed the batsman to get off strike. Very disappointed. Said, Rainford Mackenzie said, from personal experience, I can tell you that it is that comfortable position to be in. King pulled this away, down back with a square leg. They're gone for one. They will come back for two. Oh, they stay on one? Oh, Lewis is still limping, you know. He's still in some trouble. But I'm surprised that he stayed on one. 102 without loss. Yes, Rainford Mackenzie. I can't recall if I've ever been there. But the good thing about it, though, Rainford Mackenzie, he will still be able to have children, you know. Gerald Music is saying that Lewis have always have this problem. Jamor Small, you know, I don't want you to incur any expense. Round the wicket, bowls to Lewis, short, and he pulls higher than at 6. Back off a length, and it never rise as he expected it, and he hit it flat over mid-wicket for 6. What a response from Lewis. He moves up now to 48. West Indies 108 without loss after 19.4. So, Gerald Music, I do not want you to incur any expense. But if you have a headpiece that in the home or so on, and you're going to the match, please take it. Please take it. And so we can have some live feedback from you. Alban Orn is saying, good day, Mr. Brown. You really does bring humor to the game. Keep it going. Highly favored. Thank you very much, Alban Orn. Round the wickets, come Rana, bowls to Lewis, pitched up, driven through the covers, down to the field and the boundary. One more, 109 without loss. Wow, I'm glad I never said anything. 109 without loss. So Lewis moves up to 49. Thank you very much, Alban. It's my pleasure. I love doing it. I told you people all the while, I told you, you know, when I'm here, it's the happiest time for me. Honestly, I'm so happy to talk to you, you know, and you're a wonderful community. We are a cricket loving community, and it's, you know, that has always been like that. Rana over the wicket, bowls to King, look to pull. Did it come off the gloves? Let's watch the signal from the umpire. Time for the peel. No signal from the umpire. 109 without loss after 20 overs. King on 53. Lewis is on 49. Cricketers, we always have this bonding as cricketers, you know. You remember back in the days when you would go to test match at Savannah Park, everybody would cheer. Everybody would come in with their amp and all that, and everybody would cheer and all of that, and you have a wonderful day and so on. Cricketers are always like that. You're at cricket match and you make friends, and it's always like that, always like that. So, and it is no different in this community. This is a wonderful community. I appreciate the interaction. On many occasions, you made some wonderful comments, you know, and you gave me a lot of laughter on a number of occasions too, you know, a number of occasions. So Richard to continue. So Lewis is on 49. His right arm leg spinner over the wicket, bowls to Lewis, and Lewis played it back to the ball, and he's out ball and caught. Wow. He just chipped it back to the ball, and he's out ball and caught. 109 for 1. He just chipped it back to the bowler, just like that. Just chipped it back to the bowler, and he's out ball and caught. Sorry, Lewis. Sorry, Lewis. Really sorry. Missed this 50. But that wicket belongs to Rana. That wicket maybe belongs to Lara. To Rana. Rosie White, how are you, man? How are you? We got this, Rosie White. I believe you. If it was Servive, he would have gotten the rest of the runs in double quick time. Okay. Fun commentary, said Ben Manning. Thank you. I appreciate it. Albert Marwan said, Mr. Brown, you keeps my adrenaline going. Thank you. Thank you very much. You do too, you know. Those kind comments from you all keep me going. If it wasn't for you, I couldn't be doing this for 1 hour, 2 hours. I couldn't be. It's you that keep me going, and you should get all the praise. This wonderful community, you guys should get the praise because it is you that keep me going. So I appreciate it. Good afternoon. Watching from Cobalt, Alaska in USA, said Clifford Sukraj. I hope I got that right. And Fleming is saying, come on, Lewis, make them pay for that cricket, lovely cricket. He's in pain. He was definitely in pain there. Yes. Lewis should have retired, Earth, said Steve Russell. Well, that's something you could look at. Sorry, Lewis, didn't get 50, said Steve Russell. Richard bowls to Carty, and Carty cuts at this one down towards the cover boundary. He's off the mark immediately, 110 for 1 in over number 21. I am not seeing the ball when it is being bowled from this end, although it's a leg spinner bowling. And it has been from morning. I think that there's probably an issue with the camera. So Lewis, 49 from 62 deliveries. It was a good innings. Glad that they brought up the 100 partnership. Richard comes in, bowls to King, and King is forward and played it out into the offside. I can't tell you if it turned across him. I can't tell you if it was straight or anything. I'm just not seeing the ball. Yes, it turned slightly. Slow motion, I can see it. Richard bowls to King, and King slapped this away down to the right of the field and the cover boundary. Just a single though. 111 for 1. Nelson there, and Nelson. Carty and 1 will come into strike. King moves up to 54. 111 for 1. He was in pain. Look at Carty average. West Indies team has been struggling for years. So why would I take out a player who is averaging 40? Off the back foot goes Carty and stroke it to the right of backward point, and they go through for an easy single. I didn't like that though. I think King gave up too easily, and the return came in at the keeper's end. Was he there or not? I think he made it, but I think that he should have run through the crease. So King on strike. Final delivery of over number 21. There's a slip in place. Richard bowls to King, and King is on the front foot, plays it to mid-arm, and there is no run. Look at Carty average. West Indies has been struggling for years. So why would you take out a player who is averaging 40 and we are winning matches? Can't do that. Can't do that. It does make sense to me. So please, as Dan Dada always said, and Atina, and please slash a like on the video, please. And let's get up to 18,800 subscribers today. 18,800 subscribers, and we need 500 likes. As he said on the remote, you just click the OK button, and then I guess you just click the OK button and click off the live chat. Then you'll see the thumbs up. If you're watching on your laptop, your desktop, your phone, or your iPad, or your notepad, you just click it off, and then you will see the thumbs up. Yeah, it's hard. You can't drop Casey Carty. It's important for the next man up to continue from where Lewis left off. We need Carty to continue in a positive way. So Sorrowful is back into the attack. The left-arm fast bowler round the wicket, should say, bowls to Carty, beaten outside the off stump through to the keeper. 112 for 1. As he pokes at that delivery on 5th, 6th stump. And they're going to bowl to him there because that's the way they keep getting him out, get him out in the test match. So they're going to bowl to him there. But we are so well ahead of the run rate that he can leave a few balls till he gets his eye in, or he cuts those balls hard and vicious. Surely I can feel how disappointed you're. Let's watch. Sorrowful, the left-arm fast bowler. Round the wicket, bowls to Carty, much straighter. I tucked it into the onside. They go through for a quick single. The return comes in, backed up. The fielder misfield, but Brandon King had run too far past the stump. The score moves up to 113 for 1. King on 54 will come into strike. Carty is on 3. Surely I can feel how disappointed you are by the dismissal. And Rowan Perry, that was from Patrick Lambert. Rowan Perry said, if it's up to me, King and Carty will always be in my team unless they fail in 3 consecutive series. Yes. Come on, Carty, watch the ball, said Steve Russell. Over the wicket, bowls to Carty, pulls straight to the man at fine leg though, just a run. He pulls that viciously. Oh, they're going to get some overthrow. It's going to run very close to the boundary. It gets there now. 4 overthrow. So it was a short delivery from Sorrowful. Carty pulls it. It went down to the man on the fine leg boundary very quickly. And you know that the boundary is very short here at Warner Park. So he shied at the bowler's end because Carty was out of his crease. That's how quickly it reached down there. And there was no one, well, there were fielders backing up, but they never judged it correctly. And it goes away for 4 overthrows. So 5 more to Casey Carty. That will take him up to 8. It's 123 for 1. Yes, he did cross, so it will take him up to 8. Over the wicket, bowls to King, shot, and he pulls again. Off the gloves, down to the boundary for 4 more. Sorry, let me get this now. Who was it that pulled? But this is Carty and strike now. So the previous pull shot was played by Brandon King. My apology. 2 right-handers, similar build. So sometimes you can understand that I can make a mistake there. My apology. So I'm going to tell you exactly what it is now. So King should be 60 if you got 59. So King is on 59. Carty is on 7. 122 for 1. Sorrowful over the wicket, bowls to Carty, and he played it to the man at cover. There's a stifled appeal. I think it came off the bat. Why Sorrowful believes that it came off the pad? Well, they have 2 review in the bag. If you think it came off the pad, well, leg by signal, 4 seconds remaining. It was always going over the stump. Mark Morris said, I think West Indies is looking for a number 3 batsman in all 3 formats of the night now, Mr. Brown. I don't think we are looking for a number 3 in ODI. Carty has been averaging 40 plus in ODI. Which other West Indies batsman is averaging over 40 in any form of the game? It can't be many, if any at all. So I don't think that we are looking for a number 3 in ODI. Over the wicket comes Sorrowful, bowls to King, who whips this to mid-wicket, and there is no run. From memory, in no other form of the game are we looking for, do we have a batsman who is averaging over 40 in any form of the game? So if Carty is batting at number 3, and that's where he has been batting for a long while in the ODI team, he is averaging over 40 batting at number 3. And he has played 29 matches, so it's not flukes. This is 30th match. So he has played 29 matches and is averaging. Yeah, it was always missing. A pitch outside leg 2. So it's no flukes. So that 40 average is no flukes. So I don't think we need a number 3 in ODI. Because cricket is numbers, cricket is runs. And if he's making runs at number 3, I don't think we need one. Comes in, bowls driven to the man at cover, extra cover. There is no run by Casey Carty. We definitely need a number 3 in the test. We need a number 3 who's performing. Over the wicket, Richard bowls to Carty, forward and plays it to the man back to the bowler who field. So this camera is going to mad me now. Hopefully by Sunday it will be good though. Richard over the wicket, bowls to Carty, and Carty edge it between the keeper and first slip down to the boundary for 4. It pitched up, he went into the drive. Oh, he never got an edge. It's by signal by the umpire. I thought it was an edge. Sorry, Carty. It turns across him. And it goes between the keeper and first slip down to third man for 4 by 127 for 1. 101 needed now. Rowan Perry saying, my eyes are wide open when I see Seals bowling figure. He's a revelation. Yes, man, definitely. Let's watch Richard. He comes in, bowls to Carty, and Carty turned this to mid-wicket, no run. The score remains at 127 for 1. So Carl Jack is saying, do you think if our batters concentrate on the space rather than the fielders, will have less dot balls? Comes in, bowls to Carty, and he turns it away through the forward of square leg region for a singer. The fielder backward square leg had to come to his left. 128 for 1. King, who's on 59, comes in to strike. Carty is on 8, 22.5 overs. As we watch this delivery from Richard, comes in now, bowls to King. He's up, bowl, full toss, and King hit it for 6 over long on. It was a full toss, and he hit it for 6 over long on. He moves up to 65. West Indies 134 for 1. Double figures we need now. The thing about it, when you're batting, you have to have a mental picture in your head where the fielders are and where the gaps are. If you don't have that, you will not be able to play the ball in the gaps. So the batsmen, they know where the gaps are. They know where the fielders are. So yes, if they can find those gaps, it's good to always rotate the strike. Bonner has an average of 38. Number 3 tests yet get dropped. But I take that. I take that. But then now, add some context to that by giving us Bonner average in his last 5 test matches. And you will see that that average was probably coming from 50. Just like Tej Narayan Chandapal, over the wickets comes Sarful, bowls to Carty, who played it back down the onside of the pitch to mid-on, and there is no run. So Bonner and Tej Narayan are both in the same situation where they started out very well in Test cricket, and then after a while, their averages start falling and falling and falling. It is a different context from Casey Carty, who has continued to perform. And remember that 2 matches ago, Casey Carty made 100. You know. Bowls short and Carty slapped this to the man down at the long off era. Will he get there? No, he can't. 4 runs. Lovely shot by Casey Carty. It's now 138 for 1 with Casey Carty on 12. So Michael Douglas is asking a very good question. How are we looking for number 3 in ODI when Carty at number 3 is averaging 48.20 from 13 innings at number 3? You know, that we shouldn't even be discussing it, you know. We shouldn't be discussing it. This ODI team is a fairly sacred team, you know, especially from 1 to 5. It's a fairly sacred team. Really, it's a sacred team. Round the wicket comes Sarful, bowls to Carty, clip this off his hip down to the fielder on the fine leg boundary for another run. It's 139 for 1 now off 23.2 overs. What I noticed sometime though, Carty is here to stay. Very good average, said Carlton Aman. Donald Popper, good afternoon to you. Happy to have you here. Michael Douglas, yes, I should bring out the shea up. Round the wicket comes Sarful, bowler bumper to King, who pulled out of it and allows it to go through to the keeper. Let's watch. There's no signal from the umpire. So no signal. The score remains at 138 for 1. 139 for 1. Did he signal wide? He must have signaled wide because I know it was 138 before. 65 is King, Carty is on 13. So Patrick Lambert said, we need a number 3 who's performing. Yes, Mr. Carlton, but we also need a number 1 in the test to replace the captain. But my position on that is well known. Round the wicket, bowls to King, down the pitch. It's short, he pull it in the air. Chance, the fielder comes in, drop in front of him. Why King need to play that shot on 65 when he have the bowling at the mercy? He was charging the bowler bang it in short, and he still looked to pull. It goes high off the bat, down to mid-wicket, but the fielder just could not get there. The captain was asking him to dive, but he said that he could not get there. 140 for one. Why King just don't second and make 100? So my take on Brathwaite is quite clear. I would have said it. I said it a long time. I want to see him bat without the responsibility of captaincy. Round the wicket, bowls to Carty, and Carty covers up and plays it down to middle, and they go through for a quick single. The fielder misfield, and they will come back for overthrow. Not overthrow, come back for a second run. The fielder now catches up to it and sends the return in. 142 for one after 24 overs. Carty is on 15. Brandon King is on 66. So my position is well known with Brathwaite. I don't think he should be the captain, but I think he will stay there. He should get an opportunity to play as an opening batsman without the responsibility of the captain. Knowing quite well that he wants to play 100 tests, I will use that as a motivating factor and tell him that if he doesn't perform, he's not just going to get 100 tests just for 100 tests' sake. He needs to start performing. I would give Roach the captaincy on an interim basis. Yes, and I would name a vice captain who I think can take over from Roach after a year or two. But I will just name Kemar Roach the captain on an interim basis. One player who I think is such an improvement in this team is Justin Greaves. He has such an important player to come in at number 6 or 7, knowing the quality of the batsman. Yes, Sunil, I agree. I'm glad to see that Greaves start making some runs now. Over the wicket, bowls to King. King uses feet and slap this high in the air for 6. Wow, is King getting bored after batting? 72 now for King. Is King getting bored? Because he just used his feet, came down the pitch and slapped that high straight over the bowler head for 6. Disdainfully so. He just a step and a hit, dead straight. As Tazim pitched that up and King hit it away. You know, that's a Tazim bowls to King, and King whipped this off his hip. Down back with a square leg to the fielder. One more. 73 he is now. 149 for one in over number 25. Carty and 15 will come into strike. Shirley Samuel saying, come on, King. So this young West Indies side is looking good, all the best with them. Ben Manning is saying, I think to Judge Bonham playing the Australia is arch. All right. I will come back to that shortly. Tazim comes in, bowls to Carty down the leg side, white signal, 150. The West Indies comes up for the West Indies. All right. And I'm going off your opinion. And I don't think it is harsh, but I give you that it is harsh. But then Bonner would have been in the West Indies test team if he had made runs in the 2 regional 4-day series after that. Right now, he's not in the Jamaica team, so that clipped away by Carty down to mid-wicket for 4. He moves up to 19. 154 for 1. So, to make a case for Bonner, I think it is weak because he has been dropped from the Jamaica team. And if he has been dropped from the Jamaica team, you can't expect him to play for the West Indies team. And let's put the argument forward that Bonner was unfairly dropped from the West Indies team. I don't think so, but if one think he did. 154 for 1 as Tazim bowls to Carty and Carty drives it into the ground backward point field. There's no run. If one believes that he was unfairly dropped from the West Indies team, then he should have shown the quality and the strength of mind to go back to the regional 4-day cricket tournament and made a lot of runs. But he never done that. So in my opinion, it is his responsibility whether he was unfairly dropped from the team or not. I don't think so, but he should have gone back to 4-day cricket and make a lot of runs. And if he had done that, he would be in the team. If he had gone back to 4-day cricket and make 500 runs one season, he would have been called back right away. That's just my view. But he failed to the point where Jamaica had to drop him. Mr. Brown, I am in the house. Love your show yesterday with Basil Juna. Amen Khan. Okay, thank you. Yeah, man, Basil and Dwight, those two. But you can join them again next Sunday morning at 11:05 Jamaica time. Tazim over the wicket, bowls to Casey Carty, and he drives to the man at mid-off and the bounce. They go through for a quick singer, misses the stump. 20. He is now 155 for 1 at the end of over number 25. 73 more needed. Michael Douglas said King will definitely attack Tazim. They said some words to each other earlier. Okay, but Michael Douglas, again, the best way to shut up Tazim is to make 100, not necessarily to charge him. Make 100 and then tell him to hold that. You know? Ben Manning, I thought Rhodes said he was going to resign. I think he has at least one more here. And Ben Manning said, but I bow to your superior knowledge on cricket. Ben Manning, I'm blushing, but I accept compliments. I'm blushing, Ben Manning, but you have good cricket knowledge too. I expect you as his advisor to have him step down as captain before Capo smoke his pipe. Rashid over the wicket, bowls to Carty. I saw that now. He drive that to cover. That was pitched up, so probably they turn up the camera. Sweet Mango is saying, King, please take your time. You will have a lot of time. Just be careful. I think so too. Carty's on 20, King on 73. 155 for 1. The slip goes down. Rashid bowls to Carty, the googly, which he plays out into the gap, and they go through for a quick single. He moves up to 21. 156 for 1. Brandon King on 73 comes into strike. 25.2 overs have been bowled. Patrick Smith is saying, our batsmen do not lack batsmanship. They just need patience and to be selective. I agree with you, Patrick Smith, but I will add a little context to it after this delivers. They are moving a man from the onside and they put him at a short mid-off. So there's a slip backward point cover, a short mid-off, a long on, and a man at short fine leg. Rashid bowls to King, and he pulls this away down to the mid-wicket boundary for 4. King is seeing it like a breadfruit. They're going to check if it is 6 or it is 4. Are they checking? I think it is 4. That should move him up to 77. I really think that is 1 bounce. He pulled it away. Let's watch. The theory holds. Oh, it's 6, you know. It's 6. And I should have known that it's 6 because the theory holds true. Remember, the theory is that if it is 6, it comes back into play. But if it is 4, it bunks over the cushion. So that's the theory, that if it hit the cushion, the cushion on the full, it's going to come back into the field. But if it bunks in front of it, it naturally bunks over it. So I should have known that it is 6 from I saw it in play. 79 now for King, 162 for 1. That was a lovely shot. So King Seckers, 162 for 1. As he comes in now, over the wicket, bowls to King, and King is forward. It turns across him. The keeper whipped the bails off and appeal to the square leg umpire. They're going to check it, but I think King's foot is grounded. So back to that point, I think someone was saying that they don't lack batsmanship, but is patient and selective. So that patient will come, and that selective will come when they start training for longer hours. Because what caused the lack of patience and the lack of selection is because you can't practice for 30 minutes to play a 6-hour innings. You know, take the example of Usain Bolt. That's the example that I always use. And you will hear about, let's watch this. Well, the keeper of the gloves in his hand, it's tight, you know. If that foot is in the air, he's out. But I think the foot is on the ground. I think the foot is on the ground. There's no, you're not seeing any shadow between the foot and the ground. The shadow is behind the shoes. So if the foot was in the air, you would have seen some shadow, but they're going to look at it from another angle. So they will look at it from another angle. What's wrong with this cameraman? It gone out. Oh, it comes back. But if the foot was in the air, you would have seen that shadow under the foot, but the shadow is behind the foot. Clearly done. Is it? It's done. Yeah, it's done. It's all right. So Usain Bolt would train twice a day, 2-3 hours each time to run a 10-second race. It's the same thing with the cricketers. If you go to train and you bat for half hour to an hour and then think that's it, you're going to struggle to bat an entire day or a day and a half. And that's why guys like Steve Smith, Labachane, Joe Root, and Bob Azam, and Jarasol and those guys, they make so many runs because they know that they have to bat all day. They have to bat all day today, come back and bat all day tomorrow. And you have to have the will and the motivation to do that. So when you do that now, when you come into a match, you are able to remain patient and you are able to be selective because you have put in the body of the work. You don't tired, you don't lose concentration. As King plays this away down to long on and moves up to 80, 163 for one after 25.5. So yes, they don't lack batsmanship. What they lack is patient and selective, but it's a matter about of practicing and practicing until you cannot get it wrong. Practice and practice and practice. Don't practice till you get it right. Practice until you cannot get it wrong. Carty played this away down to the cover boundary for a single. End of over number 26. It's 164 for 4. Stephen Roach, good to have you here, man. Hello, Mr. Brown. How are you doing today? I'm great, Stephen Roach. Mr. Cricket Forum, you sound like you're on form today, said Verdi Fiver. Well, I just tried to keep it as simple and keep it as practical. Because another example that we could look at is, you ever watch motor racing yet, especially Formula One? And those guys and the elite teams, like the Ferrari, the McLaren, the Red Bull, and the Mercedes, those elite teams, those guys are taking less than 3 seconds to change the tire, the tires, the 4 tires. And the other teams like the Williams, the Aston Martin, and so on, they probably take 3.5 or 4 seconds. Over the wicket come Tazim Bowles to Carty, who played it back down the outside of the pitch to field, and there's no run. But the elite teams, those guys are taking less than 3 seconds. They're putting hours and hours and hours into practicing that to make sure that they can perform a 3-hour task. So our batsmen have to want it. You heard stories of Yagaro used to bat all day down by Eero Circle. Over the wicket come Tazim Bowles to Carty, who played it out into the offside, backward point, came across field, no run. He remains on 22. King is on 80. So Patrick Lambert is saying, Rohan Perry, I don't believe he said that he was resigning. I believe the public anticipated that. Correct, Patrick Lambert. Stop begging for a wicket. No, I'm not begging for a... Lloyd Pascal, are you the son of Stephen? Are you the father of Stephen Pascal? Carty edged this away down to third man for 4. He moves up to 26, 168 for 1 after 26.3 overs. So 26 for Carty. King is on 80 and West Indies really closing in on victory now. Who's the man of the match? So I know that there's a live poll going on. How many wickets will West Indies win by? Lloyd Pascal, that young man named Stephen Pascal, he had a poor super 50, but I think there's a lot of quality there. Tazim over the wicket, Bowles to Carty, who turned this away through mid wicket for another run. It's 169 for 1. And please, as I said, please slash a like on the video. Yes, just click off the click off the live chat, and then you will see the thumbs up button. Click on the thumbs up button and show some love to the Cricket Forum. Just click on that thumbs up button. And please subscribe also. Let's get it up to 18,800 today. What 738 on the 228 likes, Valerie? Yeah, let's get it up to 500 likes, man. Let's get it up to 500. I'm surprised, Mr. Brown, that you are doing well, because Manchester United have lost their last 2 matches. Ball full toss, clipped away by King, straight to the man at backward square leg. No, they go through for a quick singer, a misfield. But he stopped it 170 for 1 after 26.5. Ah, boy, Stephen Roach, there's trouble in the camp because the director of football was fired on Saturday evening after the match. He was escorted out of the stadium by security. Brathwaite last 10 test matches, said Sunil. He averages 30 with 2 scores over 50. Short, Carty pulls, comes off the gloves. The keeper stopped it, or did it take him on the helmet? Let's see the replay here. 170 for 1. Yes, it hit him on the gloves onto the helmet and dropped before it reached the keeper, so they will come out. Michael Duxer said, Jayden Seals, my player of the match, even if King get a century, finish not out. Okay, Jayden Seals, man of the match. We have another win today, Mr. Brown. Yes, Coretta Singh. Oh, yes, Coretta Singh. How you doing, man? Coretta Singh. Thank you. Patrick Smith said, you're the man, Mr. Brown. I knew you would put on the finishing touch. Thank you. Learning video said, how fast is Knight bowling, by the way? One is bowling mid to high 140s, a few over 150. The ball that took out Evan Lewis was 148, which was 92.5 miles per hour. How much sub do you have now, Mr. Brown? Kenroy Ferron is saying, I will need to check. I will need to check. I don't see it from this screen. I know that there are 746 watching. I can see it from this screen, but I'll need to check another screen. Keith Moore, West Indies will only lose 1 wicket because Carty will time his time to Dinmore, because I don't understand that, Keith Moore. Seals man of the match. So, all right, so I'm going to put up, let me end the poll that is going on. So there's a poll going on. Isn't there a poll going on? I'm almost certain that there's a poll. 40% of you think that we'll win by more than 6 wickets. I think so too. I don't expect us to lose more than 3 wickets. I would love these 2 to carry it home. Carty get a half century, King get a 50. Definitely love these 2 to carry it home. So 40% of you think that we'll win by more than 6 wickets. So I'm just going to ask you now to vote on your player of the match. So I'm just trying to have a poll for you to vote on your player of the match. So, who is your YOUR? I saw your spell, yeah. Player of the match. So that is POTM. That's correct? Yeah, player of the match. Who is your player of the match? And so Seals and King, K come before S. King, and then Seals. SEALES. Should I put open there for good captaincy? All right. So Seals and King. So there's the poll. So I'm asking you to interact with the poll. King or Seals? Who's your player of the match? Richard comes into the right-handed King, who gave himself room and slapped it down to the field and the cover boundary, who had to move to his right. They go for 1 and stay on 1. King moves up to 82, 171 for 1 in over number 28. Carty and 27 comes into strike. So 171. I need 7 more subscribers to reach up to 18,700. 7 more subscribers to reach up to 18,700. And someone was asking me how many how many likes I have now. Let's watch now as he comes in. Richard comes in, bowls to Carty, and Carty just covers up and plays that down the pitch. 216 likes there is now. I think someone was asking. It's 216. So please let us bring the subscribers up to 718 to Richard bowls to Carty, who covers up in test match cricket fashion. So Brandon King, if he score a century, Carty get a half century and King get a century, you mean? Yes, if I misspoke, that's what I meant. Thank you, Karen Ferran. Richards bowls to Carty, who pulls this away down behind square for 4. It bunks away into the boundary. He moves up to 31, 175 for 1. So Carty need 19 and King need 18. So that's 37 and 53 runs leave. So both of them can get it. Patrick Lambert said Brathwaite has 150, which is 61 in 17 innings. I think someone was saying that he has 2. So very interesting. Michael Douglas, clarify that for me, please. Seals is a choice, said Garan Rose. Yes, so the choice is in the live chat. So let's get the poll going. Let's get the likes up to 500. Let's get the likes up to 500, please. I'm asking you. Let's Kings and Seals share it, lol. So learning videos is, I'm very interested in those perspectives. And I don't have anything against that learning videos. I don't have anything against what you said. It's just that I see things differently. I love to choose a winner. I love to choose a winner. When you share it, it's too routine, too easy, and that's an easy decision. I love to choose a winner. Nothing against what you said, learning vibes, but for me, I love to choose a winner. And that's why, let's 175 for 1. Rana comes back into the attack. Over the wicket, bowls to King and he's bowled. York, lovely delivery, York. As he played all around it, the Yorker, King goes for 82, 175 for 2. Rana saying that it ducked back into him. So just watch the replay as I hardly see the delivery. I had to wait until I saw the stump move. Let's see now. It's slow motion, so I will see the delivery. Oh, he played around it. It wasn't York. He went for the Yorker, but he missed the Yorker, but King played around the play, and he needed to play with a stiff, straight back. It's a delivery that he needed to block, but I think that he saw it and said, this is 4 through mid-wicket. So he went to whipped it, and he played around it. Those things happen. Well played, Brandon King. 82 from 76 deliveries. West Indies should not lose from here. I would have loved for him to go on and make the century. Ayman Khan is saying that this would be some highlight to watch. Wilson Mans is saying West Indies beating Bangladesh like a child misbehaving in church. Yes. So share up the captain come now. And man. You remember Sunday we never talk about Rutherford getting 100 and he got the 100. As soon as we start talking about King getting 100 and Carter getting 50, the man out. Sure, man. Me not do it again, I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to do it again. When a batsman is going towards 100, I'm not going to do it again. Yes, he's out for 82, France Clan. As I said, learning videos, I don't have any issues with anyone who think that those things should be shared, but I don't think so. It's just a difference of opinion. I respect yours, and I know you respect mine. I think that there should always be a winner. Brandon Webb said that would be considered a Yorker. Well, I don't consider it a Yorker. I think he went for the Yorker. He missed it. The batsman looking and saw it and think that he could play it away through mid-wicket. Rana comes in, bowls to open up, drives down to long up mid-on for a single. What happened there? The ball came off. Ooh. I'm just not seeing the ball, I don't know if you are seeing the ball. So he driven it back down the pitch. It came off Carty, who was looking to get out of the way, and they go through for a single. Stephen Russell said, Kings took his eye off the ball. Well done, Brandon King. Oh, what a lovely comment. What a lovely comment. Comes in now, bowls to Carty. And Carty played this away to mid-on. You know, so although he's saying that Kings took his eye off the ball, he's still saying well done. So we'll see factually, because again, what you look at to know if King had taken his eye off the ball is to look at the peak of the helmet. So if you see a replay and you see the badge, you know that he was looking at the ball. If you see the peak at the front, you know he was not looking at the ball. So let's hope we see a replay. Rana bowls to Hope, and Hope play this away down to mid-wicket. They go for a quick single. One more to the total, 177 for 2 after 28.4. Yes. Top of the evening, Mr. Brown and Mistress Brown. France Clan, respect to you. And all the Cricket Forum fans, Caesar greetings from Brooklyn. France Clan, I appreciate it. Honestly, night kind of feels like Bumrah. Like I feel Bangladesh, yes, it is my week. Learning that one mixed me up. As O plays this to backward point and there is no run, 177 for 2. I don't understand that last comment, learning videos. It's honestly, Nahid, that's Nahid Rana, kind of feels like Bumrah. Like I feel Bangladesh, yes, is my age, are kind of reliant. And I got to know. So you're saying that Bangladesh is kind of reliant and Nahid Rana the same way India reliant Bumrah. Got you. 51 needed from 127 deliveries. We don't have to worry about that. Hope is on 1. I think that with Brandon King getting out is probably tilted more in Jayden Seal's favor. Over the wicket, bowls to Hope, who plays this to mid-on, and there is no run. That's the end of over number 29. It's 177 for 2. Basically, I was trying to say that they are reliant on him. Yes, I decipher it learning videos. I support King, but he must improve his concentration and stop the laissez-faire approach to batting. Not surprised he fell short of the century, said Brandon Webb. Okay. Thank you. I also think that he's a little laissez-faire at times. You know, there was a time that probably 2 years ago, and I would have done many videos on it. Many videos on it. At the time, I thought that King was the best batsman in the West Indies. I'd have done many videos on it. As Carty plays this to mid-wicket and there is no run. Too many times we get a start and don't use it, said Cyril Wang. Over the wicket, bowls to Carty, and Carty deep in his crease, played it to cover, and there is no run. 177 for 2. 51 needed. This is what I spoke about. Shot selection. Congrats though, said Patrick Simmet. Patrick Simmet, I understand that shot selection, you know, and when I said that he should have played it with a straight bat, Carty pulled this away down towards long on, 1 bounce 4. Lovely shot by Carty as Richard was short and he pulled it away. 181 for 2. We now need 47 to win. We are closing in on victory here. That was short and he pulled it away. You know, facing a bowler bowling at 90 miles per hour, you know, Patrick Simmet. And I can always, you know, saying, because I'm watching it in slow motion, that he should have played with a straight bat. But he wouldn't, he would have a fraction of a second to decide that. Richards bowled to Carty, flat batted it down to the fielder on the cover boundary for a single. One more, 182 for 2. And although I'm saying that he should have played it to the firm straight bat and block it, as someone who played cricket, I can see that ball coming, and I can see King saying, this is a dollar through mid-wicket, you know. I can just imagine, and I'm just going to clip it. And he probably played too late or too early. I need to see the replay again. Probably beaten for pace. And so I can understand that shot. I'm not going to blame King for that shot. Hit away by Carty over the top. One bounce to the fielder coming off the cover boundary. One more. 183 for 2. Carty's on 37. It's one of those shots that you're not going to blame the batsman for. You'd have preferred that he played with a straight bat. But I would never blame a batsman for playing that shot, especially after a bowler bowling 190 odd. So well played by King, good 82, good innings, good start. Ian Lewis gave the team good start as Carter forced that one through the covers for another run. He moves up to 38, 184 for 2 at the end of over number 30. So I think that King played very, very well today. He gave the team a good start. He and Lewis, they batted very well to score over 100 in partnership. So it was brilliant from both of them. And we really, as a West Indian fan, really appreciate that. 184 for 2. So Brandon King made 82 from 76 deliveries, 8 fours and 3 sixes. Evan Lewis made 49 from 62 deliveries, 2 fours and 4 sixes. So Carty not out on 38 from 38 deliveries, and with him Sheo not out on 2 from 4 deliveries. And I know that I'm sure that Brandon King is more disappointed than us for getting out for 82. But it was really a fine innings, and we should really congratulate him. When I check it, so it's very close. It's 57% to 43% believe, and only 89% voted. So, and really, only 89% voted. So we can do better than that with the voting, and we can do better than that with the likes. So please stop up the like there. Let's. We only have 232, and we can really go up to 500 today. There's a lot of person watching. Seals 9 over for 22 runs with the 4 wickets, should be edge over King 82 for man of the match, said Alvin Thomas. Thank you, Mr. King, for your partnership with Lewis as openers. You give us a solid foundation. Yes, Frank McCoon, well done. Yes, he did. They played well. I think my boy Jayden will get the man of the match, said Frank McCoon. I say, it's your boy, so that's good. You know, it's very interesting. So it's very close. It's 57% to 43% of you. I hope we'll get in some more votes. And it's now gone to 59% as it goes up. Hope we'll get just 93% voted. So we hope we get at least 200 votes. And the thing about it, I always told you that whosoever we voted for the player of the match here is more legit than 2 or 3 commentators choosing the player of the match. When 100 or 200 persons vote for the player of the match, that is a bigger sample and a better sample than 2 or 3 commentators. Sometimes it's only 1 commentator decide who is the player of the match, you know. So King made 82 from 76 deliveries, magnificent. Lewis made 49 from 62 deliveries, well played. Unfortunately, he never got the half century, but the next time, you know, well played. And it was a good opening partnership of over 100 between those two. And Carty is on 38 not out, and Shea Hope is on 2 not out. So West Indies batsmen have done good. Done well. Clement Wedderburn said, our batsmen must put a heavier price on their wicket. No way should King lose his wicket like that. It was a good innings, but for me, I am disappointed. Clement, as I said, I'm disappointed, but I can understand that dismissal. And it is going to be shown again because they're at a drinks break. So when they come back from the drinks break, they're going to show the dismissals. Although they don't show it, but they should show it soon. Rana comes back into the attack. No, well, he's 44 needed. He bowls to Carty and Carty defends out into the inside and get a single. 185 for 2. Carty moves up to 39. Open 2 will comes into strike. I understand the dismissal. What I want to see though is the peak of the helmet. So I'm really interested to look back at the replay, because if you see the peak of the helmet, it means he was not looking at the delivery. But if you see the badge, you know, if you see the badge, you know that he was looking at the delivery. 43 needed, 185 for 2, 30.1 overs have been bowled. Rana, 6.1 over, 1 for 30. The West Indies captain Seckers, as he makes his way in over the wicket, bowls and drive, mistimed the drive to mid-on, no run. The score remains at 185 for 2. Alvin Thomas said, Seals helped to restrict the score to just 228 to win. That's key, but Brandon King also made 82 to whittle away at the score. You know, so I know it's going to be tight. I think Seals' effort limited the total, and so I will give him player of the match, said Somerset Ellen. Bowls to Shea Hope, who was looking to turn that into the onside, and at the last moment, he just straightened up the bat and played it back down the offside of the pitch to the bowler who field, and there is no run. The score remains at 185 for 2. Alvin Thomas said, yeah, really good opening partnership. Yes, man. Stephen Roach said, the player of the match should be Craig Brathwaite for not playing ODI. Stephen Roach, man. You can bet. Over the wicket, bowls to Hope, who just ride this and played it to backward point. Carty call him through for the single. Well done, Casey Carty. The score moves up to 186 for 2. Hope moves up to 3. Carty and 39 comes into strike. Teresa said, well done, King. What wanted him to do is century. Yes, Teresa. Yes, wanted him to make the century. Disappointed. But as I said, I understand that delivery. It was fast. It was pitched up. The bowler went for the Yorker. Just missed the Yorker. It came back into him. He saw it coming back into him and think that he could work it through mid-wicket. And it cannon into the stump. Those things happen. Rana bowls to Carty, who played it to mid-on. No run. The score remains at 186 for 2. 1 to coming over number 31. As a team, both players could share the man of the match, said Steve Russell. I'm not into that. Anyone who think it should be shared, fine. It's your opinion, it's your thoughts, it's your belief. No issue. I respect that. But I am not sharing it. I don't believe in sharing those things. Let's watch Rana. He's over the wicket. He bowls to Carty, and Carty drives to the man down on the cover boundary. They're gone for 1. They will stay on 1. He moves up to 40. The score is 187 for 2 at the end of over number 31. Carty will keep the strike. Alfonso Grant saying, it's good to hear cricket commentary in Pennsylvania. Question. Do you think we will see full stands in West Indies again? Yes. Well, it depends on performance. It depends on performance. Like, for example, Australia is coming here next year, June, for an all format. It's an all format. I think it's an all format. But if we remain unbeaten until then, if we go to Pakistan and beat them and remain unbeaten, I'm coming back to your question. So Afif, I think his name is Afif Hussain. They're going to try something now. He's replacing Rishad. He's a right-arm off-break bowler, a part-time bowler. He comes around the wicket, bowls to Carty, and Carty's dropped at cover. He slapped it, and the fielder jumped and got both onto it, and it fell behind him. Luckily for Carty, Carty's lucky there. As the part-time bowler was slapped, and the fielder jumped, got one onto it. I said both, but it was one. Comes in, bowls to Carty, and Carty drives. This time he made sure he beat the fielder down to the boundary for a lovely shot. He threaded the nigger there. There's an extra cover, and there's a mid-off, and he came on the front foot and he caresses it to the right of the extra cover and to the left of the mid-off, and it goes into the boundary. It wasn't a full-blooded shot. He just caresses it down to the boundary for 4. Look at that. Oh, so sweet. Look at that. 4 runs, 44. Round the wicket, come off it, bowl to Carty off the back foot, and he strokes it then now to the left of the man at mid-off, and they get a single. 192 for 2. Carty moves up to 45. That's it really, because Barbados will tell you that they have full stands whenever England tour. I think you mean Test cricket. It's not going to be easy. We really has to get back on top of the cricketing world for that to happen. Bowls to open up, drives to the man at mid-off, who didn't pick it up cleanly, allowed the West Indies batsman to go through for a single. 193 for 2, open 4, Carty and 45. 35 more needed. So yes, we have full stands in Barbados, and round the wicket, bowls to Carty, and Carty clipped this away to mid-wicket, no run. The score remains at 193 for 2. And last year when India was here, didn't we have full stands at Dominica? Round the wicket, bowls to Carty, and Carty deep in his crease, clipped it to the man at forward square leg, no run. The score remains at 193 for 2 after 32 overs. So I definitely think that there's a possibility. Delroy Morrissey said, Mr. Brown, how are you and Mistress Brown? Bake the black cake already? No, it has not yet baked, Delroy Morrison. She's great, you know. She's great. She's great. There's nothing like men of the match. Frank McCoon said, okay, all right. So you are saying it's man of the match. Since the boys are performing, the crowds will increase, said learning videos. I think so. Ivan Solomon said, King is human. We also lapse at times. What happened? These out of 99. Congratulations to both openers. Let me read that again, Ivan Solomon. Is it Solomon or Solomon? Bowls to Carty, who pulls, down back with a square leg for 4. He moves up to 8. So Ivan Solomon, is it Solomon or is it Solomon? I know that it pronounced both ways. Craig is human. We all lapse at times. What happened to those out of 99? Congratulations to both openers. Thank you, Ivan. Appreciate it. Wesley Bryan is saying, by the way, what channel are you watching the match on? ESPN Caribbean. ESPN Caribbean, Wesley Bryan. And if you are in the state, you probably can watch it on ESPN Plus, I think. Fan code if you're in India. Rana bowls to Opu, pulls, misses. It goes through to the keeper. He has a laugh, and there is no run. 197 for 2. I have been exhausted going through several channels trying to find the match. Wesley Brown, if you're in the Caribbean, I'm watching it on ESPN Caribbean Plus. If you're in the USA, ESPN Caribbean, I'm watching it on. If you're in the USA or Canada, you can watch it on ESPN Plus. Fan code in India. As Stephen Rhodes says, should the West Indies take a leaf out of England's book by getting players from all around the world? Over the wicket comes Rana, bowls to open, he drives to the man at extra cover, no run. The score remains at 197 for 2. Rana in his 8th over, that was 147.8, 147.7, click that. Wow, he's bowling fast. That's 147.7 click. Should the West Indies embrace the rest of the Caribbean to find new players? But, okay. When you say the rest of the Caribbean, you mean like Cayman and Bermuda and so on. Hope driven this hard to mid-off, no run. The score remains at 197 for 2. And I agree, if there are players outside of the Caribbean who you think is good and who is willing to come and play for us, I don't have a problem with that. I personally don't have a problem. What do you think? Preacher Cardis is saying Carty confounding its critics. Okay. Barbados and St. Lucia full stand for ODI, but no guarantee for a test, said Patrick Lambert. But Patrick Lambert, you never went to the match, you know. Teresa was at the match waiting for you, Patrick Lambert, and you never turn up. You're checking out. Bless up Elton Tucker. How you doing, man? Bless up to you, man. Elton Tucker, who's the CEO of TVN Cricket Power Play, and most of the cricket matches that are coming out of Florida, South Florida in particular, Elton Tucker streamed them on his YouTube channel. So that's TVN Cricket Power Play. You can show him some love over there. You can check out the channel and subscribe to it. On Sunday, there were 2 finals and he could only do 1. And, you know, as any businessman will do, he went to the one that they paid him more money. So, which I don't blame him. 197 for 2. So check out TVN Power Play. You can subscribe to the channel because as probably there for another, I don't think any cricket start again until is it the 5th of January? I think, Elton, before the South Florida League resume. Because they play the T20 finish Sunday and they're gonna start the 30 over side on the 5th of January. Now we can play the reserve next match. What do you think? You think when we win this match today, you think we should play Django and who else is there? Django is a reserve wicket keeper. There are 2 more persons who have not played yet. Who's the other bowler? Jediah Blades. Round the wicket, balls to Hope. He missed time in it and he's out caught at backward. Oh, it's Carty. Oh, another player didn't reach their milestone, 45. He scored above his average, though. So 45 for Carty, 197 for 3. Afif really bowling nothing, and he got the wicket of Carty. You know, it's just one of those things. Just another missed time drive, the head turn, and it lobbed to backward point, and Rana dived forward and took the catch. West Indies still going to win. Well played, Carty. 45, 197 for 3. 45 from 47 deliveries. That's a good little innings now. Because after the 100 partnership, if Carty had out right away, Bangladesh should have their tail up, you know, and it could have put some pressure on the West Indies. So it's a good little innings, though it's a good little innings. It's important we win the next match to record a whitewash. It maybe can help our average in the standing. That's a very good point. And that's why I always said I love the community, because when you look at it, it would be good to give Django and Jediah Blades a run out. There's one other person. Jediah Blades and Django a run out. The other person not coming to me right now, but I know you guys will soon tell me who that one other person is. And so it's good. Well, I have it here. I sorry, I forget that I have it right at my fingertip. So who has not played then? Romar, Amir Jang, Alec Atanase. So Alec Atanase is the other person that is in the squad. So you look at it and it's probably give them a run out, but you really want to play your strongest team because you want to ensure that you qualify automatically for the World Cup. So that's a good counter. Yes, Michael Douglas. Yes, need to play our strongest 11 at all time. Rutherford cuts to backward point and there is no run. The score remains at 197 for 3. 31 needed from 99 deliveries. Slash a like on the video. Oh wow. 800 watching. Let the likes up to 400, please, and thanks. And Dan Dada. Yes, well played. Well said, Dan Dada. Let's get it up to 400. Yes, man, that will be good. As Rutherford plays this one down to a long off for a single. He's off the mark. It's 198 for 3 after 33.4 overs. Preacher Cardi said, Hope needs to rest. King to lead in the third match. No, I don't agree. I agree with the point that we need to qualify automatically for the World Cup, and we don't need to go into any playoffs. So I'm playing my strongest side. Full stand in Dominica, said Shirley Samuels. Bowls to Hope, and he played it to me down. Yes, Shirley Samuels. The thing about Dominica, though, Shirley Samuels, no discrimination. I'm just reflecting on my personal feeling. Boy, I don't like landing and taking off in Dominica at all, you know, Shirley Samuels. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like it. You know, I don't like it at all. So, Mr. D. Garner, Devel Garner, we can actually rest a player and give someone a reserve for the next match. Stephen Rhodes said, I know that you can catch Sir Brown, do you support Atanase in the ODI squad over Myers and Ravman? Never thought of it. I'll think about it and ask me it during the next match. So give me some time to talk about it. So as Dan Dada said, please get up the likes to at least 400. If we're not going to reach the 500, get up the likes to 400. Balls to Rutherford, and Rutherford hit this over the top. That's favorite shot of him into the gap down to long off for 4. He just go deep in his crease. That brought up the West Indies 200. 200 for 3. Rutherford is on 5. That shot that he played over the infield where he gave himself room and hit it over the top, down wide of the long off, into the boundary for 4. 4 to Rutherford. West Indies 202 for 3. Richard, the right arm leg spinner, comes in over the wicket. Balls to Rutherford, who's off the back foot, and force it down to the fielder on the cover boundary for a single. He moves up to 6, 203 for 3 after 34.2 overs. Preacher Carter said, the reserve are hungry. We will still win. All right, that's your opinion, but keep them hungry. They will get hungrier. But it's just a difference of opinion. I don't know why some people are afraid of the like button, said Stephen Russell. Well, yes. Stephen Roach said, I bet you, Mr. Brown. So let's look at the field. There's a slip backward point cover, extra cover, long off. A man halfway to the long on boundary. And there's a short fine leg as Richard comes in, bowls to Shea Hope off the back foot, pulls it over deep mid-wicket for 6. Lovely shot by Shea Hope. Oh, what a shot by the West Indies captain. He pulled that handsomely over deep mid-wicket for 6, 209 for 3. Michael Douglas is saying, consistency is also key. So continue with your best team so they could... we need to win the match before 40 overs. All that helps average, said Frank McCoon. We'll win before 40 overs, McCoon. I think we'll win comfortable. Michael Douglas said, Ravman Powell was tried multiple times in ODI and he failed. Myers was outperformed by Greaves in the Super 50 and they have the same role. Good point here, Michael Douglas. As I said to Dre, I will think about it too, but that's a good solid point that you are making there, Michael Douglas. The slips goes down, Rashid comes in, balls to Hope, short, he pulls away along the ground, down to back with a square leg, straight to the fielder, 1 more to the total. It goes up to 210 for 3. Oh, well done, Dada. I like that. So we need 27 more likes for 300. So just click off the live chat and click on the thumbs up button and let's get to 300 and let's work from there now. So let's get up to 300. Richard to bowls to Shafane Rutherford, who is on 6 from 5 deliveries. West Indies need 18 more runs to win. We will get this in the next 2 or 3 overs. Long before the 40th over, Richard comes in, bowls to Rutherford, who goes deep in his crease and played it to short fine leg. Hope call him through for the single and they go through for 1 more. Rutherford moves up to 7. Hope is on 15. He comes in to strike, 211 for 3. 1 delivery to go in the 35th over. Rutherford was comfortable in. Let's watch now as Rizad makes changes to his field. 1 for 53 from 7.8 overs, from 7.5 overs. There's a slip backward point, extra cover, balls to open up, drive straight to the man at extra cover, no run. End of over number 35, 211 for 3, Shea Hope on 15, Shafane Rutherford on 7. Ivan is saying these players can learn the game from the dressing room or watch from the pavilion. Let's play our best team. I agree that we should play our best team. Absolutely play a couple of the reserve, said Sweetbread. See how they react to international grind. But well, except for Jediah Blades, it's only Jediah Blades that making his debut. So Stephen Roach, he already received one. He will play for Gujarat. That's round the wicket, come a fifth ball to the left-handed Rutherford, who just ease it away through mid-wicket down to the field on the boundary for a single, 212 for 3 after 35.1. I bet you, Mr. Brown, there are plenty of Cubans who will be able to pull this ball like grenades. That's a good point, and that's something that we need to do. We need to really get into these territories and see. Round the wicket, balls to Opu, clip this off his pad down to mid-wicket for one more. 213 for 3. It's Cuban play. And again, you need to realize that the World Cup qualifiers, the T20 World Cup qualifiers, are going on in Argentina. It's not like the final round of the qualifiers. We don't reach there yet. But Argentina, Bermuda, Brazil, Suriname, a lot of teams, Panama, they are playing in the Americas qualifiers. Round the wicket, balls to Rutherford, who's off the back foot, and he cuts it away magnificently between backward point and short third man. They're gone for one, they come back for two. The fielder pulled it back with his shoes, and they come back for two comfortable. The score moves up to 230, 15 for 3. So all those teams are playing. So maybe the Brazil is there too. I could check the teams that are there and tell you in the next. It's easy to find, because the ICC, I think, sent out an email about those teams that are playing. Where's that ICC email that they sent out? It's 215 for 3. 215 for 3. There are so many messages from the ICC. I don't know which one to find it now. Okay, see, I found it here now. So the teams that are playing, I'm going to tell you the teams that are playing in that tournament. It starts on Friday the 6th. So I see Argentina, Bermuda, Suriname, Panama, Bahamas, Brazil, Belize, Mexico. I think those are Cayman Islands. Those are the 9 teams. So let me give you the 9 teams that are playing in the World Cup qualifiers. This is the Americas, some regional qualifiers. They have about 2 more rounds before they can qualify for the World Cup. So I'll give you the 9 teams that are playing. Argentina, Bermuda, Suriname, Panama, Bahamas, Brazil, Belize, Mexico, and the Cayman Islands. So I get your point about looking at the English-speaking Caribbean, but just like Cayman and Bermuda, these teams maybe want to go there, are going it on their own. So their players do not necessarily probably want to play for the West Indies. Sorrowful comes back into the attack, round the wicket, over the wicket to the left-handed Rutherford, because he's bowling left arm, who strokes it to mid-off, and there is no run. I think this is West Indies' 5th match in a row chasing, and we don't need the tailenders' help to get the runs. No, it's not the 5th. Is it the 5th? No, I think we batted first in one of the match against England, didn't we? When we scored the 320 and they hit it off. So I don't think it's the 5th, Michael. You remember which scored, I think, 328 against England and they hit it off? Either in the first or the second match. Over the wicket comes Sorrowful, balls to Rutherford, who pulls high in the air, over the ground for 6, right into the scoreboard. That gone a long way by Rutherford. He moves up to 17. He already passed Shea up, 122 for 3. 1 shot away from victory. Sir Philip, Seafry Phillips, sir, I nominate you for a CARICOM award for helping Caribbean people head up high, irrespective of the state we are from. Thank you very much, Sir Philip. Wow, that would be lovely. That would be lovely. I would really appreciate that. You put it in writing or it's a verbal, driven by Rutherford down to the field and the cover boundary. If you let my head swell high if I know you put it in writing. It will swell very big. So Fire is saying Bermuda and Cayman is just wasting time trying to do it by themselves, said Fire what? It's Fire, you know? Yeah, okay. Hope is a better choice for the test team as a keeper. Da Silva is not proven dependable test batsman, Sunil is saying. Coming back to that, I want to respond to it. Over the wicket comes Sorrowful, bowls to Hope, who played this away into the offside. One more the total. It's now 224 for 3. One shot away. Will Rutherford do it? There are some persons who believe that Shai Hope should be playing test cricket. And they think that Shai Hope is a better batsman in test cricket than he really is. That's their perception, because if they are looking at the numbers, they will see that Shai Hope, for West Indies batsmen that have played more than 30 tests, Shai Hope is in the worst 3. That's his performance. I'm talking about his performance. That's the only thing I can talk about. Over the wicket, play balls to Rutherford, and he pulls this out of the ground for 6. That's the win. Well done. Well done, Rutherford. Congratulations to the West Indies on winning. And let me see, 60% of you believe that Jayden Seal should be the man of the match. Oh, it's more than 60%. It's gone up now to 63%. And we need 14 more likes to get to 300. Please, just slash a like on the video and let us get to 300 likes. Just slash a like on the video. West Indies have won. I just want to complete that point I'm making about Shai Hope. He's not a sure pick in the West Indies test team. He's not as good as persons think he is playing test cricket. He's a very, very good one-day international batsman, probably the best, one of the best. He's arguably among the best one-day international batsmen, but he's not as good playing test cricket. 25.05 average tells you that he's not as good. All the batsmen in the West Indies, current West Indies team now are averaging more than that in test cricket. Nonetheless, I would play Shai Hope at number 7 as the wicket keeper, batting at number 7. If he's good enough, if he turns around his performance, put it that way, if he turns around his performances, like Gary Sobers did when he started playing for West Indies and batted at 9 and go up the order, if he's batting at 7 and start making a lot of runs and turn around his performances, naturally, he will go up the order. But I would use him as the wicketkeeper in test. However, I would have to check his availability first, because I'm not going to be here saying that I'm going to play Shai Hope in test if he's not available and if he's not willing to play. So that's the first thing that we will have to check. Another person that I think, as someone said on Sunday, Shafin Rutherford should think about playing test cricket. I would love him to think about playing test cricket. And if he decides to do it, then he will put in the work and prepare mentally and physically. Thank you all for being here. It was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful show. I enjoy your company. Now, you see, after you leave now, it's going to be a big letdown for me. And thank you for getting the likes over the 300. I applaud you. Respect, man. You are wonderful. Such a wonderful community. Continues to slash a like on the video, and let's get it up now. Try to get up to 400. Until now, tomorrow I'll be back here because we have to look at the T20 squad, because the T20 series starts on Sunday. So we'll have to look at the T20 squad tomorrow, and then Thursday there'll be another watch along, and then on Sunday, West Indies women play in the morning at 8:30 a.m. The men play in the night at 7 p.m. and then our regular Sunday show. But before that, I will see you tomorrow as we look at the T20 squad. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. Congratulations to you all. Thank you for your support. Congratulations to the West Indies. Bye now.